characters. They're not here anymore. They're dead under a tunnel. All right.
We're not
So,
quite dead yet.
just
Spoilers?
dead.
We're getting better.
I bet they're doing great.
So Alton and Absinthoth, you guys went out. You guys inspected the chain. Lack of a better word, the chain ballistas anchoring the ship to the dock. I believe you. I don't think you actually. You were planning to sabotage, or try and like set them up to be sabotaged, but didn't actually go through that process. So
Right, would have been too time consuming, but we know how to.
yeah, and I guess, do we want to recap last, or did everyone still kind of remember what happened last? Has everyone studied Treg's notes and taken ample?
Alton and Absinthoth broke from the group in order to try and see if we can have a quick escape away on the ship, if need be, while the rest of the group went underwater with the aid of Marani's water-breathing ability, her spell, rather, to see if we can get into the section of the city that is cursed and is causing people to be turned into stone, that the dwarves want to keep hidden from the rest of the world. And we left off with something reaching down and hooking poor Thamor up into the ceiling somewhere, while the rest of us were attached by a rope.
After Thamor was already insulted by a sailor denying and insulting the gods, and then proceeding to trip him on his face. So this ought to be fun. Yeah, more or less. But all right. So Alton and Absinthoth, what is your plan? You're currently kind of out and about in the city. The guards are still on decently high alert, but they aren't looking. They wouldn't recognize you, Alton, since you're both. Oh, sorry, both disguised. You're both disguised as dwarves.
Exactly.
Alton through the ring. I think Absinthoth, you used disguise self, if I recall right.
Yeah, I have a disguised self evocation thing.
Okay. Yeah, so you're currently wandering the city's dwarves, and no one's really paying you much mind.
My next stop was to try and find Edbera again. I wasn't sure quite how to go about doing that.
She would no longer be on the ship, but she did mention that there was a small makeshift or impromptu temple they're using in the area.
Right. I was going to try to search for that.
Okay. I mean, how would you go about it in terms of, would you just kind of ask around the guards, ask around local populace? Would you just kind of randomly wander around till you found what might strike you as a temple?
Yeah, I think randomly. Some sort of, roll.
Go ahead and go ahead and give me a investigation check. And Absinthoth, if you want to help, you don't know exactly what you're looking for, but if Alton gives you any detail, I mean, you could potentially help out. If he doesn't give you any detail, then you're not going to be of any help.
That's what I was thinking. A cleric type probably be more recognizable. Your average citizen.
So you were assisting? I missed that.
If you told him any info what you're looking for, he could potentially assist. If you don't mention any details about the cleric or anything else,
I definitely
there's nothing.
Yeah. Hey,
I think that was covered in the.
I'm looking for. I'm gonna go. Let's go look for this cleric now.
Well, that's where we're at, Menzer. It's like if Alton's telling Absinthoth what they're looking for, or rather than they're wandering around while Alton's kind of looking for it on his own.
They want to say that was covered in the information osmosis 2
Holy
sessions
cow.
ago.
Okay, I'm gonna make the roll now.
Yeah, I would like to.
Can I make it with advantage or not?
Yes.
Thank you. And it doesn't matter. It would have been a lot less funny had I been able to make the roll like 7 sentences ago.
Sorry.
Oh god. Yeah, you kind of wander about, like peering into little hovels and stone cut houses along the dock. Nothing really stands out as being any more a temple than the next building. everything is almost the same, save the more notable, like the two inns as well as the guard complex to the far right, like far eastern area.
Synthos, this just all looks like stone to me. I don't get it.
He shrugs.
Uh,
Maybe we better start trying to find where we can get some acid exchange.
now is not the time to look for drugs.
The eyebrow, one shifts incredibly high. Do you do
Am I going
drugs?
crazy? Did you just say something in common and I didn't understand? Wait, what's going on?
I was giving a visual description of one eyebrow goes unusually high, but on the drug comment.
Well, I think another strategy might be to ask around and see if anybody knows about the makeshift cleric building, holy building. So I definitely would want to walk away from our ship.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you wander about, again, it's pretty quiet. It's still fairly early. You spent a bit of time kind of wandering the streets, we'll say about an hour or two, just kind of wandering, looking initially, and then not finding it. You decide to look for help. And as you're wandering about, are you just kind of staying on the eastern end? I'm going to go just by coordinates that way. Closer to the Rocket Inn, or do you kind of just meander back towards Hard as Rock, or where are you kind of looking for people, or doors, or others?
I could roll you a die. I really have no idea which would be better.
Okay, I'm just curious if you had a destination in mind. If not, that's fine.
Well, there's no real discernment between one or the other than just the inn itself. So is there a reason to go for one or the other?
No, I was just curious to see if you had one.
So am I. Which way would I go? I have no idea.
All right. Well, as you're wandering about, again, it's still mostly quiet. You do see, amidst the kind of almost routine-esque patrols of some of the dwarven guards off meandering the streets, you do see one particularly panicked dwarf guard.
His name is Dwarf now.
Man, got her.
Hurriedly running about the street, looking around. He seems to stop at a bunch of different guards who are patrolling, and he seems to be like panicking as he's asking questions. And he starts approaching you with
he's asking questions of other people?
Yes.
Okay.
And he notices you two on the street and starts heading your way. I can't speak today, apparently. I just need to drink something. I'm not drunk enough for this. But
that could be. That's actually a very good observation. That's you probably do need a nice couple of shots.
I do. I got nothing. I got some rum upstairs. Maybe I'll go crack that open a bit. Anyway,
Put that in your coffee. There we go.
Yeah, maybe. But he starts hurriedly heading your way with a bit of a hopeful look in his eyes as he's approaching.
Okay.
Do you make any move to?
No, I wouldn't try to avoid him.
Okay. Yeah. He approaches you, and he's seemingly out of breath. He quickly wipes his brow and he's, "Oh, thank goodness. Have either of you two seen a tall elven lass?"
Tall elven lass. You're gonna have to go give us more than that, brother.
About twice me heights, and he kind of makes a curving motion with his hands.
What color? Let's start it from the top. What color was her hair?
Stop. Just start salty. Don't bring me back.
Do it.
I'm gonna make you give me every inch.
Dear Lord.
This is why they had
What
you
color
ask.
was her hair?
Actions have consequences. You may have slightly ditched him in the room, and now he's a little worried. He's disappeared.
Oh,
We're gonna have to keep Evian on a leash.
I didn't do anything.
You slept with him.
She's fine. She's fine. Let's keep going with the conversation.
Yeah, so he starts rattling off the description of Evian.
Okay, so it's pretty clear to us that he's
It's pretty clear.
So I look at Absinthoth. Does Absinthoth give me any high side or low side if he wants us to out her or not?
I will speak back telepathically.
Oh, okay.
I think I have an idea on why this is happening.
You speaking to
Right.
Alton or to
Quickly.
Telepathically to Alton.
Okay.
Yeah.
You feel Alton quickly.
Should we ask more or should we just leave him hanging? I'm trying to look for her, perhaps. And I think I know why.
I turn to the guy. No, haven't seen him. Her. It definitely sounds like a looker, though. I think I'd be hard pressed to not remember something like that. Hey, can you tell me where are those clerics off to? Where do they get to this time of day? I've never seen them. Do they have like a house or something around here?
You see, he looks visibly disappointed in your initial answer of not seeing her.
Look, I'll help you look for her. I have my own business too, you know.
Distractedly, he just kind of mumbles, "Yeah, the darn clerics. They finished up at the tavern a while ago. They're back up at their little place they call a temple, North Hard Rock Tavern, up top.
Oh, okay.
But, if you see the lass, tell her Thunderhand's looking. I'm worried if she gets caught by anyone else. I don't know.
Are you're Thunderhand? I've heard of you.
He
Oh my god.
looks startled. You have?
Aye. So, is it true?
Oh no.
Just look at him.
He kind of looks around nervously a little bit. Is what?
Can you make the tripod? Is it true?
So how attractive would
The tripod!
I'm not sure I know what a tripod is. What is this? Some kind of...
It's not true then. I knew they were lying.
He is just visibly confused now.
Anyway, yeah, I'll definitely. Where are you going to be? Should I find her?
There's no go.
He's probably listening in the car on speaker and like his family's like, "Oh Lord."
Go to horny jail.
I'll be roving up and down the docks. If I don't see her by nightfall, I'll have to report back to the tavern. So if you get any word of her, just bring it to me.
Tavern, okay.
Thank you. Yeah, good bearded folk. And he just kind of gives you a good old pat on the shoulder and starts like heading down, like jogging down the street behind you.
I'm really tempted to steal something from this guy, but I bet he doesn't really have anything. So, nod to Absinthoth and keep moving. Now we have somewhere to go.
Indeed. Of course, from the man who probably had a wild telepathically. Yes, from the man who probably had a wild escapade with Evian.
You think? Really?
I saw the app.
Okay, let's go.
Thanks.
So you
Could have been
know,
much worse.
Hey, this is your fault.
I didn't sleep with him.
No, it was her fault. If she had slept with him, we would not be here.
just so you know, Kei-chan is now a incredibly vivid red, blush on her cheeks.
Mission accomplished.
I'm not trying to I'm not trying to like say it was a bad thing or anything, but
Something happened.
this is kind of a notable character, and so
He
I'm gonna
certainly
make
is
the
now.
best of a bad situation with it.
To see how it turns out. Continue, boys.
So we'll
we'll
make our
see.
way over
Maybe,
to the clerical station above. What did you say? It was above?
It's north of the Hardest Rock Tavern.
Oh, north of the tavern.
Yeah.
So we'll make
walk
our
in that
make our
direction.
way.
Okay. So as you make your
North.
way, kind of in the general direction that Thunderhand had pointed out, you do start to notice, kind of buried amongst the other cut hovels, one that's a little smaller than the others, but with nice, faintly glowing lights coming from within. Definitely brighter than anything else on the street. And as you get closer, you start hearing what can only be described as chants in Dwarvish. If you speak Dwarvish, which I think you do, Alton,
Yeah.
you do, yeah, you definitely do, because you were just talking about Dwarf. You hear it's chants to Morden.
Does it sound like they're in the middle of an important one, or could I?
It sounds like they're more in the middle. I mean, at least from what you could gather, maybe in the middle of prayer. It doesn't sound like spellcasting. It just sounds like prayer.
Okay. So can I see without intruding too much? Can I see Edbera?
Yeah. Yeah. So, sorry for not having drawn out. The front of the house is just a. Think it's like a small, like you're looking at the face of a cliff, and it's just carved straight into it, with a slight protrusion of where the door and a set of windows on each side of this door are.
So it's completely rough-hewn front, like there's no.
It's smooth out, like the door in the area where the initial carve was is smooth, but the areas around it are
Everything else is
surface,
just
yeah, the rock face. But
rock.
inside, when you peer in, you see a very well carved, like a small alcove of sorts, a little hut, with mats lining the ground and three clerics kneeling, or three dwarves kneeling in front of an altar of a giant hammer, stone hammer, chanting this hymn.
This is one of them.
And yes,
Fair.
you do notice Edbera is one of the one amongst.
So
there is one female cleric and two male clerics that you've seen two of, like one of the males in you've seen Edbera. The other one is not one you've seen.
Excuse me. Just trying to peer in like that without being seen, and then I'll pull back a little bit, and I assume Absinthoth that our telepathic link is still good.
Yeah.
He will think to Absinthoth.
What's your passive stealth? I mean, I guess your active stealth. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Okay.
It shouldn't be too hard to beat considering they're in the
My
middle of
character
prayer,
sheet.
but may as well.
Yeah, my passive stealth is 15.
Oh, yeah, you should be able to beat it unless you roll that one. So if you're actively trying
Jesus.
These dice rolls.
Yeah,
Noko took all the good ones already.
I might switch to
Barely.
asking Salty to roll for me physically if he has the dice. Because roll 20. Anyway, so hopefully I can use my passive stealth. But anyway,
Yeah,
he thinks to Absinthoth. So I don't know how much I told you in the inn about what I told this cleric, but myself and Mort, I definitely revealed most of my mission here because it seemed like this cleric, Edbera, was very trustworthy, and also it seemed like she represented a type of dwarf here in Dunmorok that was part of an unfulfilled resistance, I guess I could say. She seemed to be very interested in helping recover these pieces of this crown, and I think what I'd like to do is I'd like to get her alone here and sort of explain a little bit more of what we're trying to do, and maybe she can help us find a way into the city.
Absinthoth nods.
Okay. Well, I might as well make another roll. Do I think that I can go to a window or a door or something and get her attention, but not anyone else's? I know that's a stretch.
Give me a explanation of like how you would go about it. Are you going to like try and just wave your hands? You're going to try and have Absinthoth like send a
understand.
message to her, or
I understand. Could do that. I hadn't thought of that. What I was gonna say was, depending on the sightline from any window or door opening to the group that are praying, do any of would the way that they're facing right now, would any of them have eye line to a window?
they are currently facing away from you. If they were to turn, they would be able to see you in the window.
Okay.
Because they are currently, like I said,
Let me see if I have some sort of prestidigitation type thing where I might be able to tap her shoulder. I don't think I do, in which case I think I might be tapping Absinthoth here.
I do have presentation, so we got that covered.
I think that'd be a great idea. So you could
But-
probably hear a lot of what I'm thinking.
there's
And
three-
Alton probably doesn't realize that, but he's thinking all of this kind of out loud in his head.
There's 3 mats.
Yeah, I'll run the
There's
gamut.
my
with,
horribly wonderful quick drawing. There's the statue of the hammer in the center.
Mhm.
You guys are by the door and the windows. Can't angle these, can I? Well, there's a window there and a window here.
Cast Thunderwave.
I would get their attention.
Well, I got something better than prestidigitation. I got minor illusion. I can make my sound.
I think it'd be best if we did something like tap her on the shoulder, and then I could be in the window, and I could say, "Come here, come here." That sound good?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. As long as it's within 10 feet, because that's how far prestidigitation goes. Telepathic goes to 30 feet, so I can start telepathic there. Assuming the dwarf knows Common, Elvish, or Infernal.
Well,
And if not, I can cast...
they don't need language. All she needs to do is turn around and see my face. And I
She is on the far right, closest to you guys.
I'm going to drop my disguise as he does this so that she can see me.
Okay. So how exactly? Sorry to kind of just.
Are they within 10 feet?
Yeah. It's a
Alright,
small
then.
enough hut. The grid is not very accurate in how I drew that.
Alright, then I would like to cast Prestidigitation to create the harmless sensory effect so that her name's not Edgar.
Edbera.
Edbera. So Edbera will turn around and see us in the...
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, what sensory thing are you doing? Like, what would you think? Like, are you just like, what's the sensory?
Touching on the shoulder.
Okay, so yeah, you make the sensory feeling with minor illusion that there's like a tap on her shoulder. Is that minor illusion? Can minor illusion create? I guess it can.
I also have minor illusion.
I mean, what we're using prejudice.
Yeah. I think minor illusion does not do a touch.
No, minor illusion doesn't. I thought you were. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. It was original. Then we're going back to present.
Can it make noise?
It doesn't make a. It doesn't seem like it makes a physical touch. It's shower of sparks, puff
Can
of
it
wind, faint musical
noise?
notes are in odd order.
Oh, puff of wind would be a good one.
Yeah, puff of wind, because it's kind of similar to physical, just like a
Blow on her ear.
blow on her ear.
Are you doing a puff of wind in her ear?
Yes, over the ear.
Which one's her? This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's the one on the
What
right.
kind of game is this becoming?
I mean,
I don't know.
It always-
Just
it always
whispering sweet
was.
nothings into dwarves' ears is apparently
It
the
always-
theme of Dunmorok.
Ugh.
In some cases, screaming, maybe. I don't know.
Or in some cases, spearing them.
So yes, I would
It's a
like to
tale
create
as old
that
as time.
sensory effect.
Okay.
Excuse me, I need to go run away now.
Wait, it's all innuendo? Always has been.
I'm butchering her name.
All right. When did You are the wind beneath her wings, and the wind in her ear. Okay. Yeah. She in mid prayer, she kind of she looks a bit startled and starts like kind of scratching at her ear a little bit, like kind of swatting, like thinking it was a bug. And she turns and she rolls high enough to kind of see you, like poking your head in the window, and her eyes grow wide for a little bit. She stutters in her prayer, and her two brothers look over to her for a second, and she just turns and goes, "Oh no, keep going. I need to attend to this." And they watch her curiously for a second, look to each other, and just shrug before resuming their chant. Before she gets up, she's not meant to be like a monster size compared to you characters, and heads over to the door, opens it, and before you can say a word, she pushes you past the window so you're not seen. Not aggressively, but just pushes you so you're not being seen by the other two.
Ooh, rough. I like it.
Sorry, to continue.
Oh boy. All right, let me load up a smite spell. All right.
Even rougher. Wow.
What are you
Something
doing
tripod?
here?
She says, "What are you doing here?"
Yeah.
Looking
do-
for you.
I like to do a quick telepathic to Alton saying, should I keep my disguise or should I drop it?
Keep for now.
It
I
is.
thought you were going into the city. I didn't think you'd be here still. After all the ruckus and
About
everything
that,
else.
I'm not sure how to get into the city. Hence why I asked if I could meet you later.
Okay, you have the picture I threw you, right? For the symbols to guide you through the tunnels.
Yes, I passed it on to my associates. Oh, and this is one of them. And he motions to the disguised Absinthoss.
Haven't I seen you on patrol before?
I don't tell her I'm telepathically. I don't tell her I'm retarded or something.
Not gonna do that.
We have just been banned from Twitch.
Edbera, I am able to disguise myself, as is my associate. It might be better for you if we kept these disguises, but I needed to look like myself so that you would know who I was.
Okay.
And with that, Alton clutches the ring and turns back into the guard.
She looks very surprised at this and stumbles backwards a bit, and her hand goes for her mace. What kind of devilry is this?
Just a simple trick. Nothing to be afraid of.
Or you outsiders are so... Ugh. Anyway,
This Moradin does not approve of arcane, I take it.
I don't know. He hasn't spoken in a long time.
Well, let's see if we can fix that. I would very much like to. Well, first I should say yes. Thank you for the drawing of the symbols that you gave to me. I passed them along to some of my other friends, and I believe they are headed into tunnels to try to gain entry to the city that way.
Tunnels are still dangerous. Are you sure they're going to be okay without you?
They're tough.
After the way you came in on the ship, I have no choice but to believe you, I hope.
They're very capable. Yes, I have trouble believing that they would get. Well, it depends on what's in the tunnels, but let's move on. They are attempting to get in that way. I would like to, with my friend here, use a more devious approach. Are you at all familiar with any of the dwarves out here in the outer city get into the major city? Are there regular exchanges where people come and go for work, or
Not many, no. Coming out
What
here is
about-
almost a lifetime debt unless the king makes a special request or you get special permissions from the head guard to go into the city, like bringing in captive or some other important business.
So then-
Occasionally,
go ahead, sir.
occasionally, my fellow brother there gets to go as part of the religious trek back and forth to inform the main temple of the doings here.
I had thought of this. So there are, as if I were to disguise myself and my friend here as clerics, we might be able to gain entry with fairly little documentation.
She looks, for the first time, a little. It's a mix between disgusted and worried when you say this.
Mhm.
She's trying to contain a little bit of anger here as she says, "Just you dare mock Morden by disguising yourselves as his disciples."
So I expected to you, the GM.
Mhm.
I expected this, and I want to do a little bit of a. I don't know how to say this in any other way than to say it. I want to do a little bit of Liam, and
Oh no.
give her the dodecahedron. So, yeah. So, so she's disgusted
Oh my
and
god.
is trying to be like, I can't, we could never disguise you as, whatever, because that would be sacrilegious or whatever. So he tries to reassure her with the way that he looks, and then he reaches into his pack and he produces the crown fragment.
Her eyes, I mean, again, she's kind of on that brink of trying to fathom. Yeah, because it to her at least, she's taking that as almost a bit of sacrilege of, how dare you impersonate clergymen? That's not something you should do.
Right.
She's also led a very cloistered life, so a lot of this is kind of a little more tighter belief that she has.
And I'm attempting to overwhelm her.
Yes,
That is.
and pulling out the
Yes.
crown, her eyes immediately just light up at the sight of this thing, and she goes, "By Morden, it's true. You do have."
Yes, I do. I want to prove to you that I'm. Even if I and my friend disguise ourselves and impersonate someone, I wanted to show to you that I'm not a liar. I really am here to help. And as a token of trust, I think I can trust you. I will let you keep this safe while we look for the other pieces.
She very slowly reaches out her hand.
Can I
And-
prevent her and say, please be careful? Or does she do it too quickly?
No, she doesn't do too quickly. She's very, to her, I mean, you definitely get this sense of this is an object of reverence to her. This is something out of literally a fairy tale told to her of their ancient times, of good times. And for a lot of the dwarves here, in case, I mean, if you picked up on it, they believe this to be a myth. This is the one last hope for them kind of deal, but they've never seen it. They don't have proof of it, right? And now you're literally showing her proof of the one hope she's been clinging to.
Yeah.
So this is definitely more of a slowness out of reverence. This is
I'm trying to get us an NPC for our party. She's no bright queen, but hey, beggars can't be choosers.
The NPC zoo begins now. Starting with a female dwarf.
hold
So
on. Just
I
began? Not our
I
alcoholic
pull
goat.
the
Not
crown
the...
back a little bit, and please be careful. I think this has great power. I know it has great power. And for some reason, I am able to touch it, but I wouldn't want you to. I want you to be prepared in case you decide to accept my offer.
She nods slowly, her hand still partially outstretched, and then she just says softly, I can't forgive transgressions against Morden, but I also know that to make things right, since he hasn't said a word in otherwise, I believe this is the right course forward. And if Morden asks for my answers at his gates, I will pay my penitence then.
Alton gives a solemn, curt nod, and yep, that's what I was looking for. And so he outstretches his hand again for her to take it.
Yeah. She, again, very slowly reaches out and touches it lightly, and you see her hands glow that soft white light like she was on the ship. And you even see some of that white light start to emanate around her eyes.
God damn it, Zidane.
But she doesn't take it from you. She looks up to you with the glowing eyes, and you just see tears forming on the ends of it, streaming down her face before she pulls her hand back. He's there. God, he's there. All this time. He's really there. I can't hold this. You must go. You need to get the rest of this crown.
I will keep it then, but yeah. Well, he tries to return the smile, but Alton has also been overwhelmed by the crown for quite some time now, and is kind of in over his head in his own way. So I don't know that. I think that would come through on his face if she's perceptive enough to see it.
She does. And she just puts both hands on your shoulder and kind of gives you a very, words family, approving, stern kind of look of, you've got this.
Yeah,
He
at
believes
least
in
somebody thinks so.
He believes in you. You've been holding that burden for so long for people you don't even know. I believe in you, and I believe Morden believes in you. This is no ordinary crown you hold.
Well, I guess it's time to teach us how to be clerics then. And he turns between Absinthe and Advera.
All right. Well, if you want to stay in your dwarf form, I will tell my brothers that we got 2 new acolytes, and get ready to learn some prayers.
Turns to Absinthe and is like, "Are you ready for this?"
Telepathically. Are you?
Strangely, yeah.
Well, I think this is both well suited then. Although now this time I have to worship something who's not a raging asshole.
Yeah, try to keep that guy on the DL.
It's a gal, but
The fact that it has a gender at all is kind of horrifying, but okay.
we can talk about why gods aren't real.
Might want to save that for later. Okay. Unless you have an idea of how to do this.
No, for right now, that's kind of, she'll just lead you in, she'll introduce you to the other 2 clerics.
There's going to be one immediate problem. I don't speak Dwarvish.
Yeah.
I get tongues
So
out.
So a couple of things just to kind of wrap that up, because we don't have to necessarily roleplay it out this entirely. You do learn the other 2 clerics who are, again, a little curious at first as to bringing them in, or bringing you 2 in, but upon saying that you're learning the verses, they are more than happy to teach you. They're small in their faith. but you learn them to be Crumrig and Ragris last ward. They're brothers.
Oh, say that again.
Crumrig and Ragris last ward. Go ahead and put that in.
Those are some names. Wow.
Yeah, those are
I will be Ragorous. You could be
crunchy. Oh man, I was way off.
Yeah. Oh, it's supposed to be last ward, last ward for that cutoff when I typed it. Anyway, so you learn them. Also, Absinthoss, when you enter this place, you can't shake the feeling of this very minor, almost searing pain. Well, okay, minor searing is a minor pain just kind of throbbing in your head as you're in this place.
Uh-oh.
Excellent.
Yeah. You get the feeling that a very specific someone is disapproving of your current predicament. And while they're not going to stop you... Huh?
I picked the wrong buddy. No one else had this guy himself.
So the searing pain, I'd imagine, would be the hot one from the devil.
Yes.
The hot one.
Well, I'll just treat devilish.
The literal and metaphorically hot one. So.
I'm not XP level 3, man. She's not my queen. She's not the love of my life.
Well, I mean, you made a pact with her, so
fuck, dude.
Really?
Yeah, may as well have, in the warlock's way, put a ring on it, and by ring, a pact to sell your soul to a.
He told you.
It's like child marriage, but okay.
I'm sorry.
Wow! Wow! What the hell, man?
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Oh,
I got a follower half an hour ago. I'm betting they unfollowed already.
Oh man.
Anyways, I will suffer the pain, both literal currently and character currently.
But yeah, so you're suffering this, but they start going through the chants and teaching you some basic prayers and kind of like just the way to hold yourself as a cleric of Moradin. For you, Absinthoss, once they realize that you're not going to say anything, if they speak to you in common, would you respond?
Should I respond, Alton?
Yeah, you really. I mean, if you're asking for coaching telepathically, I think what I would say is, just don't make like you're mentally challenged. Make like you're just extremely shy. Like, it's they're not expecting you to be the most boisterous person ever, and so be like, well, I don't like speaking Dwarvish, and I speak in Common because it interests me, and make up some little story and stick to it.
Yeah, if they're speaking to me in common, I'll shyly, kind of quietly answer in common.
Okay. I mean, they'll light up once they're able to like get any form of talking out of you, and they're a little confused why you don't speak Dwarvish initially, but once they start teaching you the chants, as long as you follow along, they are more than happy to, as long as someone's singing the praises to Morden, they are more than happy to be.
These people are desperate.
Yes.
That's what that says to me.
Just a wee bit.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, to be fair, they're a very small subsection of a religion that they think their god has forsaken them in a cursed homeland. So I'd say they're a little desperate.
Yeah. These people in particular,
yeah.
Being the religious sect of that, all of that.
Yep. But yeah,
is,
okay. So
is Noko with us?
Is Noko among us?
Amogus?
Pair thine pings. He's not. Oh, he's in the voice chat.
Yeah.
Noko.
I guess he might still be in the car. I don't know.
Okay, because realistically, I would want to swap over to that fight
Yeah.
while you guys are in a
Learning.
Learning montage.
in a religious montage. Hey, Shred, you get to go to Sunday school on Friday.
Oh boy! My
Almost done.
favorite day to do Sunday school.
Okay.
Day but Sunday.
Well, I'm not too shy to ask for another 5 or 10 minutes of RP.
Same.
You know,
Well, where was Noko? We rolled initiative right before the end of last session. Where was Noko on that?
I need to roll initiative for the creatures as well. He was 11. So he's actually kind of far down, but if we're going to start the combat, I figure he should be... Oh, he's in 10 minutes.
Let's.
Okay.
We spent the last 2 hours of the last session with us. Let's alternate absence us and finish up what they're doing here.
Okay. I mean, I just want to make sure that we're... Yeah. Because you guys are going to be in combat for a bit, and I just want to make sure that things semi-pan out. But yeah, if we want to do... All right, so what else do you want to do in this training course of sorts?
I was just trying to gauge Edvera's character. Is she still? She was pretty standoffish when we first met, and then, boy, asked her, "Hey, can we impersonate one of your order?" And she got real mad, and then swung the pendulum all the way the other way. Hopefully. And so, in that roller coaster of stuff, am I getting a sense that it's an alignment check? Really, is she definitely lawfully good? And
Just roll me a quick insight.
Awesome.
See what you kind of gauge.
Cool.
Give me the dodecahedron. You give it to her, but you won't give it to me.
Hey, she seems nice. How come you do it to him and not me?
Why you do this to him and not me?
Yeah, insight. Insight is that one. And it's not very good, but we'll see what happens. It's terrible. I am rolling like shit today.
I mean, you do have the ring if you want to use it.
That was it didn't really happen like that thing, right?
Yeah. Or is that... Hold on, let me reread to make sure I did that right. Is that saves or check? Let me make sure I didn't just... Did I say saves only?
Unlocking as an action. You can.
Nope, ability check or saving throw. I did write it as ability check.
I think the first time is a pretty negligible damage, but it
You can
grows
use
exponentially from there.
Up to 3 times.
Yes, so initially, I mean, like I said, it's a 1d6 initially, but it'll double in dice for each successive use before a long rest. So 1d6 initially, then 2d6, then 4d6, then 8d6 if you're still alive. Yeah. Like I said, you don't have to use it. I was just throwing that out there. If you don't want to use that.
So I can re-roll it with advantage.
Yes.
First time this is used, you take 1d6 necrotic. Okay, let's do it. Do you want to roll the d6? Oh,
if you want me to roll for you, I can. I'd still roll in.
Watch it be like 2 again. I'll roll 2 for advantage, and they'll both be under 10. Oh no, okay, that's.
Oh, there you go. Nice. Okay, and then you take a d6 of damage.
Okay, I guess I'll roll it.
Yeah.
It's slash roll.
Yeah, slash roll. Or slash R. You can do slash roll, slash R, 1d6. Okay, it's only 2 points of damage.
Squeak.
So initially, you're kind of watching, and you don't really notice anything at first, and then just that second glance, you just that take back. You kind of look again, and you just kind of feel this connection with her. And yeah, you were definitely right on the kind of swinging of emotions, but just kind of watching her actions as she's teaching you guys, and going about it, she definitely still seems very hesitant initially about the idea of what you're doing, but you have literally overcome something she's been looking for a long time. Like I said earlier, the showing her the crown, showing her a symbol of something that she's only hoped for. is huge to her. So she, even though she's still kind of like a little initially hesitant to teach, she almost immediately turns that back around and starts trying to teach you and get you as prepped as you can.
Okay.
Like-
I'm going to try and develop that relationship more, and I'm going to say something like, I actually have a connection to some people that are specific to Dunmorok. I've never been here before, but I have run into one guy whose name was Maticus Stonebird and his daughter. And they had a little inn quite a ways from here. But oddly enough, I got to talking with him, and he said, if you ever make your way to Dunmorok, ask about my wife. And he made it seem like she was gone, but it was very curious. I don't know why he would have asked about his wife Martha. Do you know anyone named Stonebird?
Stonebird. What did they do? What did they? You said tavern owner. Was his wife also a tavern owner, or what did she do?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure she spoke out against the king.
Oh,
And they were expelled.
she looks very worried at you bringing up like speaking out against the king, and immediately you see that kind of sorrow return to her eyes when you kind of first met her and talked about the city. She goes, anyone who speaks out against the king, they're thrown into the old city. The prison's there. Nobody escapes the stone.
It's not good.
Yeah. Hope to Morden that perhaps it's different for this Martha. But she just awkwardly is just kind of just holds, like, cradles her arms a little bit and just averts her gaze and just goes silent, trying to think of the right words to how to answer, and immediately shakes herself. But enough of that. You need to learn the fourth verse to the hymn of Morden and the stone halls. No respectable cleric would go on without knowing that.
Okay. I double down. Learn all the songs. All the prayers.
Roll.
The Moradin had
I
many
make a
dwarves.
performance check?
I'm trying to think. It would be a performance check. I'm trying to think if I would have you roll that now as a memorization, or my thought is I'm gonna have you, once you use it, I'll have you roll when you're actually using it. But the more you invest into it now, with me telling it, it'll probably be probably higher chancellor DC kind of deal, or even with advantage.
Like I can get advantage later if I do really well now.
Yeah.
Like me and Absinthoth do real well now.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and give me a performance then for now, just to see. Just use the performance, just to see how well you kind of, because you have, even though you're not a cleric, you're a bard. So picking up songs, picking up stories, that's kind of your thing. So the belief might not be there, but
I can feel it in my bones. This is gonna be terrible.
Could I use
God,
actor?
so bad.
Could I leverage actor pretending to be a cleric to gain advantage on the board?
So my passive performance is 18. And I rolled a freaking 5.
I don't think there is a really passive performance use, to my knowledge.
Just this sheet.
I think that's a 3.5 carryover.
There's not even a passive performance in 3.5. At least not to my knowledge. There's passive perception, passive, or well, there used to be like passive like sight and sound kind of deal. There's passive insight. There was passive.
Anyway, I rolled a 13.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I said, it's. I mean, you go ahead and roll it with advantage as a bard. And then alt or absent thoughts as for the actor question.
That's better.
Okay. But yeah, the what's it called? The actor trait. It'll give you advantage in terms of passing off as you are going as Ragras.
Yes.
It'll give you advantage in checks where like acting as that dwarf may prove into play just because your voice will sound like him. But it won't necessarily like give you advantage in like reciting the. I mean, it depends on how you use it. You can sound like, match your voice to Ragras. But as far as like memorizing the hymns and everything, you find that you have a very tough time.
That would seem reasonable.
Mostly because anytime you try to commit it to memory, the searing pain just gets a little bit hotter.
Don't
Whereas
worry. We'll
Alton-
say you're taking a vow of silence.
Alton, on the other hand, took you a minute, but you kind of catch on. You apply your bardic knowledge to it more so. And again, the faith may not be there, but hey, it's a performance, right? And you pull that off without a hitch.
Leaning heavily on Edbera, making a little friendship here. So
Yeah. And she seems generally pleased that you're catching on to it and singing the praise. And I mean, you can definitely gauge from, early insight still to her that she almost seems to be forgetting that you're doing this as a deception, that you're, she almost feels like you're actually falling into faith with how well you're performing it.
I might actually be doing that as well.
All right, I will have to go set
It's
up
probably a much better time than being in a filthy sewer underwater trying to fight stuff. So, and go.
and see. No, I'm just kidding.
Quick question before you switch over.
Sure.
Can I respond back to my patron or no?
I mean, you can try.
What are you gonna say? Ow!
No, I was gonna say this is all just a front to accomplish further goals.
Well, that's even worse. Real bad.
You in your mind just get a simple response from your patron. I want to word this.
That's how you know it's gonna be good.
25 words or less.
What is this, a tweet? My patron tweeting at me?
Equivalent of the sending spell.
Your patron is now Karen. She's actually on Facebook. She's limited to how many tweets.
Okay.
Does she have the verified status? Sorry, I'm taking too much.
Anyway, you just hear, your soul is mine, but you pledge your mind to another, and now your voice to a third. Be wary, breaker of contract.
That's 23.
It's within 25. We're good.
Yeah.
I could just add like an extra word at the end of there.
You pooping?
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was too perfect. Too
It was
Come on.
very perfect.
Am I missing a reference? This is something else that.
That's a critical role reference.
It's a critical role thing.
It's you poop.
Laura- Laura Bailey invades all the things.
All right, she speaks out and almost responds to this. Her mentioning that your mind is belonging to someone else through the void. You just hear, "You pooping?" For no rhyme or fucking reason.
There's a fourth person to pledge to.
And your patron responds with just more searing pain. As I mean, this is just based in blatant, disrespect.
Boss all of a sudden.
Boink.
I mean, if she knew warlock literally translated to oathbreaker, but okay. She could be a punk.
And thoughts just literally burst into flame.
It's everybody but me, though.
Let's say I'm not looking forward to going to hell.
Everybody but you.
Oh, Noko.
Noko.
Welcome back.
Back.
Hey,
Perfect timing.
we were just about to ping you again.
And again, and again.
And again,
I
we
need
still
to
have
go to
what?
some far off strange
I think we
channel
still
that
have like
salt
15 to
food.
go.
And we still have 15 to go. So
So were you listening in the car where other people could hear?
I had it on a regular phone, so it was up to my ear.
oh gosh.
I sure as hell won't let those guys hear your degeneracy.
Sorry, we're sorry. We're sorry. Sorry.
So sorry.
We're really sorry.
We're banned from Noko's speakerphone. We're gonna get banned from Twitch. Where's next? Twitter? Facebook canceling?
I
Okay,
don't
sorry.
think there's any sorry here.
Definitely not. Okay, so if Noko is here, we can move on
Namor
to.
and the hookers.
Did you guys roll a 20? Did you guys roll the 20 how many times you could ping me?
Yes,
Yes,
we
and we
rolled two
rolled
D20.
back-to-back 20s with different bots.
So really, do we need to do it 40 times?
The magic
no, but
8
it's
ball
crit.
said we should ping you until you're
It's a
dead.
crit, so we had to do it double the amount of times. So we need to do
Double
80 pings.
dice.
Noko, prepare yourself. Did you just ping me in a different server, Noko?
Yes.
Shit. You just ping me in the fucking clan
Okay, it's
server.
broken. It's clearly broken.
Oh, so
Oh,
you just
so it was a 20.
I forgot the D, and then it just rolled 20.
Oh. That makes more sense.
Yeah, so it's like roll 20. It's like, okay, Avray is like,
Here's a 20.
here's a 20.
Alright.
What did you expect? Sorry.
Oh, what the fuck are those things?
Whoa!
My.
Oh, those are cool.
So I don't know where
Oh
the
my God.
Does it have his armor?
Oh God, we are so dead, guys.
I'm not worried about Thamor. He can just pop his own armor.
All right, so
Where
I
was
don't remember the
already
exact order. I think it was there was two people ahead of absent or in front of Thamor, right?
I rolled really low.
No, I meant in terms of like physical position. I thought I had you guys in the right position. I don't fully remember.
I believe
in the
it
middle.
was. Yeah, I was in the middle.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought
No,
there was.
I thought physically, I thought you were at the very back.
I think that was Zerg.
Because I know Andros and Evian were at the front. Marani was in the center because she was the light source, and then you and Zidane were at the back. Because that was smart of us.
Well, the human doesn't have dark vision. Well, Sionti does. So
And we have 20 foot radius of light from Marani.
And you are also all like chained. Well, not chained, but roped together. So currently floundering about, partially under the water, as Thamor is hooked by one of these things. As far as
I just made an aura on my token for my Starryborn.
Yep.
So I have
No,
you'll have to
that
make
part
it-
is.
You'll have to make it so we all can see it.
How do I
So
do?
she's trying to-
yeah, I can see it. Weirdly enough, I don't know how.
So I think it's in the token settings. You think you just need to set it so players can see it. I think there's the triple dots next to the aura radius #1.
$20, please. There you go. This is where Thunder Hands comes barreling through the caverns, saving you all. And a Deus Ex Machina no one ever expected.
Make it
no,
happen.
he just cuts the rope and takes Evian with him and leaves the rest of us to die.
Make it so.
Shh, making my plan go away. No.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Kay had a
I am
19.
kidding. Yep.
Marani had a
Marani.
19.
And I have a
Zidane.
higher dex, so I'm
Yeah, so she goes first.
Yep. I'm going. I'm ordering.
okay.
Namor. I didn't set this up last time for whatever
Bad
reason.
windows. Bad.
Sedan 16. Okay, and
Also,
then
battle music. What would be good?
Oh, I actually have some.
I walked away from my computer for a moment to feed my fish, and as I turn around, my computer's trying to restart for a Windows update.
let's see.
The instant I turned my back.
Might not be upbeat enough for a battle, but it's some
no,
music.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be a slaughter of these guys. And/or of us. We may have. This may go from a party of 7 to a party of 2.
Come now.
It's
Come
really just
now.
going to be Alton surviving. I'm going to get smoked by like 4 different supernatural
The,
entities.
the new campaign is solving the mystery that Alton's currently on, and also finding where his party members died.
I'm not last in the turn order.
Suddenly, 7 dwarfs make their way out of the woodwork.
There's one of the monsters is last.
Yay!
Suddenly, 5 dwarfs make their way out of the woodwork to become part of Halton's new party. We're all rogues from the Thieves Guild.
I can't see my aura now.
Okay. I think I got everyone's turn order on there. For the most part.
Zidane and the 15, I think, are swapped.
Yeah.
There should be a way in the little gear button of the turn order to order them automatically.
Who swapped? Oh, Sedan. There we go. Boop. Yeah, no, but if I do that, it's gonna also. I already have it manually. Whatever.
All right, good.
It's built. It's built. Let's get this. Let's get this TP. I'm just kidding.
Evian cast Summon Thunderhand.
There we go.
And Alton calls summon. Oh, where am I? Why am I forgetting my characters' names? Ah, too many
The
pages.
guy
Up.
who was with me or with us.
No. Edbera.
Good old what's her face. Never forget her.
Good.
The
You are
cleric.
all slowly learning your booty call spells. Got it.
Oh my!
The new school of magic.
Yes,
that's
yours
as old
summons your
school as they
patron.
come.
Yours is a little bit more on the darker side of that spell, but you know. Anyway.
I like that.
Let's go ahead and start. So, yeah, as we kind of left off, Thamor had a big hook basically grab him by his arm, protruding through it and yanking him out of the water. The rest of you are still submerged in the water, but adhering to this, or not here, bound to the rope that you tie between you or dangling in the water, floundering a bit. The only one who's out of water is Thamor and Zidane and Morani. Your heads are kind of poked up a little bit out of the water as this monstrous thing, shrieks in the dark. It is pitch black outside of the water, save for the light giving off by Morani, which illuminates these 2 large creatures. I guess I can technically reveal the area that you can see with that.
I got a pretty decent radius here that I can illuminate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is the fog of war thing working? Because I don't know how much you can actually see.
It's
I
you could check
see
my
like a
stream.
4x6 box.
That's what we can see.
Okay, so yes, it is working. Perfect. So let me go ahead and reveal the area that Morani can technically see to an extent. Kind of. Can't really do a circle. How do you... Is there a way to convert circles?
Yeah, like control drag.
Control drag with the veil's not doing it.
Alt,
Yeah.
alt,
Oh, there's
alt,
polygonal.
alt drag.
Alt.
Alt drag.
Yeah.
That still doesn't work with reveal.
I don't know if reveal has. A
Oh
circle
yeah,
area.
reveal. Yeah, reveal doesn't. I thought you were using shapes. I'm sorry.
No. Reveal
But
is dumb.
polygonal works. Kind of. Well, somewhat.
Hey.
Somewhat broken looking.
Is beautiful.
So yeah, you can only see in the areas illuminated for those that don't have dark vision. I don't know if any of you guys have it. Actually, no. Andros, do you have it as a tiefling?
Everyone, but I think Thamor has it.
I don't have it.
Oh, Clash Star don't have it either. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Tieflings definitely have dark vision.
Okay, well, you're currently underwater, so you don't actually see anything at the moment.
Yep,
And
nope.
Morani, you notice. Go ahead and roll me a quick. Actually, what's your passive perception? Let's go with that.
My passive perception. Hold on. Hold on. Where is that?
Wisdom.
yeah.
Wisdom plus if you have proficiency, it's just basically 10 plus whatever your total bonus is in that green column, or it's the blue column at the end. In skills.
So yeah,
Blue column, far.
Okay,
far
so
right.
17. 17.
17. Okay, that definitely is high enough. You notice that behind these creatures, kind of up on a ledge further ahead, there's something else roaming about behind them. Seems like another large creature seems to be roaming behind.
oh,
Oh, that's good.
Quite make it out. Something seems to be glinting. But let's see. Evian, you are currently underwater. You hear, you feel the rope tug you backwards as Thamor is hooked, and you hear this garbled screeching as you're underwater. So for the first, I would say 20 feet of your movement is going to be considered rough terrain. Actually, no, we have the perk or whatever. So for everyone else who's underwater, it'd be 20 feet of rough terrain in terms of getting out of the water.
Yeah,
And
because I have full 35 feet for roving,
yeah,
which
sorry,
I can post.
the grid is not super accurate because I couldn't line it up to the actual grid, and if I overlay it with the actual grid, it looks really, really weird.
so this is a square.
Yeah, I mean, do you want me? Hold on. Would it be easier if I turn on the game's grid version? Because it doesn't overlay perfectly, but it may make it easier to move tokens.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
It's definitely a little bit clunky as far as where it puts the grid.
No, I'm fine with this.
Okay. So yeah, it won't look necessarily accurate to the map, but it may make things a little bit easier to place instead of me just guessing. So I guess we'll just go ahead.
Yeah. These are chalky boys.
That they are.
Hey, you're inside my aura of protection.
So, Evian, what you doing?
Well, using my movement because you said I'm 20 feet in the water. You said.
Yep.
Okay, so she moves the 20 feet to where she's up in the surface, and I guess that's when she sees the monstrosities.
Yep. So these things, when you get a good look at them, for those that can see them, these things are just gigantic, chitinous, monster-looking creatures, like with almost vulture-like beaks, and instead of hands, long barbed hooks.
And the one that currently has Thamor is this one?
The bottom one.
Okay. So immediately seeing that, she's gonna attack it, but I don't know how with my cantrip. Is it like, do I have to say it before I use it, or?
For the hunter mark bit, it is, I believe it's a bonus action, so you can do, let me check on what I wrote.
Sounds right.
I believe I said it's a bonus action, so you do have to announce when you're doing it, because it is a bonus action.
Right, so she's gonna take the shot, and then with the bonus action using the Phase Reaper's mark. So I don't know if you want to do the Phase Reaper mark first, or the arrow shot first.
Well, the hunter's mark, so the Fey Reaper's mark acts as, basically it acts the same as how Hunter's mark would work mechanically, so it's damage added to the hit.
Okay, so so I'll do the bonus action, the Phase Reaper's mark, to hit the guy down here, and then I'll go ahead and get my bow attack wherever it went.
Are we engaged with the big one in front of us?
Yes, for all intents and purposes, he is engaged with you guys.
Okay.
He has, I guess for Andros, as you kind of see, he's also fishing in the water. He missed with his initial attack, so.
Yeah, my question for asking is because I think with ranged attacks we're at disadvantage if something's is within 5 feet of us. So
Is that in 5e? I know that was a 3-5 thing. I thought they got rid of.
let me double check, but I'm almost positive for ranged attacks you're at disadvantage.
You're within 5
something-
feet of the target.
That sounds right to me.
195.
Aiming a ranged attack is more difficult when a foe is next to you. When you make a ranged attack with a weapon, spell, or some other means, you have disadvantage on the attack roll if you are within 5 feet of a
Okay, yep.
hostile
So
creature.
that is still in 5e. Okay, you are correct. Yeah, I thought that was only a 5-3-5, but I missed that. Yep. So then you do have disadvantage because you
Okay.
are well within range of these things.
Okay, yeah. Then I'll roll again. So that 14, does that hit?
It does not.
Okay. Seeing
It
as
just
the
glances off of its chitinous shell.
and thanks to having the additional second attack, she'll fire another one. And I'll put it as a disadvantage.
Okay.
Blink.
That doesn't hit either.
Nope. That also bounces off its armor.
Okay.
Okay. Morani. Well,
Go ahead, sorry.
Because you looked at it and saw it, and you're within its range, make me a charisma saving throw.
Oh.
A charisma saving throw? Oh, God.
Mhm.
Oh, no. This is not going to be good.
You get a +4. You're within
I do?
10 feet of me.
Oh, great. Okay.
For charisma saving throws?
I got aura protection. She gets my charisma mod. Here, I can put it in. Did I put it in? I thought I did. Uh-oh.
Aura
Wow, I'm
of
dumb.
protection.
Yeah. I forgot to put that into the sheet.
Oh,
But-
yeah. It gets a bonus equal to saving throw equal to your charisma modifier, the minimum +1. And
I
it's
get +4.
within-
Yes, my charisma mod is +4.
Within 10 feet. It's within 10 feet. Yeah, okay, she's just within 10 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. Very close, but yeah.
Here 9.
Well, that is unfortunately still a fail, even
Yeah.
with that bonus. So as you were kind of like scanning about the cavern, and you notice that form in the back, you notice these yellow, mesmerizing eyes looking at you.
Oh, no.
You are unable to take reactions, and roll me a d8.
A D8.
Oh no.
5.
5. Okay, you take no action, but you are going to randomly move in a random direction.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So because I'm going to say we're not going to go underwater. I'm not going to go 3D on what your direction will be. Go ahead and roll me a d8. We'll have one starting above you, and we'll see what direction you try to swim away. Granted, you can't get
2.
very far. Okay, well, you just kind of swim further to the surface and kind of just get a little bit closer, nudging up along the rocks, closer between these two things,
Great.
for lack of being able to.
Okay. Well, this just completely screwed up my plan.
I'm
So-
Ronnie.
So I'm not going to move because I don't want to provoke an attack of opportunity, and I can't take an action. So, however, I do have my archer form up, so I am going to just use my bonus action to. Can I do that?
You cannot take reactions or actions because your action is used by what it told you to do.
Right, but I still have a bonus action, right? I can't react or take an action.
I'm pretty sure bonus actions are an action.
say, I believe, yeah. No,
Oh.
it doesn't say anything against it. That's kind of odd. It doesn't make sense, but hold up.
Hold on.
Yeah, it doesn't
That's
say.
good.
How does that work? I never even thought about it. If you lose your action, can you do a bonus action?
Joan.
I know what. All right.
Oh, no, here
Since
it is. Here's the answer on the rule for bonus actions. Say you choose when to take a bonus action during your turn, unless the bonus action's timing is specified, and anything that deprives you of your ability to take actions also prevents you from taking a bonus action.
There we go.
So
That sucks.
this thing's gaze did specifically say it deprives you. It actually changes your action.
Okay, I guess I'm done then. I can't really do
Creature
anything.
takes no action, but uses all movement to move in a random direction. Okay.
Well, shit.
Crowd control sucks. That's
Zidan, do you have dark vision?
Yes.
You are above the water since you are right next to Thamor. Roll me a charisma saving throw.
Fuck.
Or actually, are you close enough to it? Now I think about it.
Well,
You are just out of. Never mind. You are just out of range. You are literally 5 feet out of range of it. Okay.
Okay, so how many feet is that then?
Well,
Like
you
10
wouldn't.
10
You
feet,
won't.
15
You won't see
feet?
it. You can't see it then if it's out of your range.
Okay.
Like the range of the dark vision won't pick it up.
Well, Thamor just got yanked upwards, and I imagine I did too. I'm concerned. I'm going to surface.
Mm-hmm. Well, you are partially surfaced already. Like you two being next to him got pulled up almost alongside with the rope.
Okay.
So he's out of the water, like he's being dangled in front of you, and you're basically at the surface level because of the rope.
Wait, this thing doesn't look nice. Oh man, I haven't played a paladin for a while. Let's smack it with a halberd.
All right. If you are striking from the water, you will be at disadvantage.
Yeah, am I within 10 feet of him?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, okay, so if I... Yeah, I'm striking for the water. I don't know what the hell this is. Let's see. A disadvantage. Hey!
Okay. That hits, even with disadvantage. Okay. So you, from the water, kind of ready your halberd and just lash out, striking it along its neck and getting between some of its chitinous, scaly appearance, slashing it for 7 slashing damage. Is there any extra damage that goes on that? Paladins tend to have a lot of things.
Not right now. But I'm going to follow up with my second attack. Still at disadvantage. Don't want to get close to this thing. I want to see if it'll drop Thamor. We are going to do another disadvantage. Ooh.
Are you not able to get out of the water?
I'm staying away from this thing for right now.
Sure.
Okay. That unfortunately does not hit. Slashing from the water with your second swing just goes wild.
That's unfortunate. So can I move on over to one of these spots?
You can. Because you're still within range, so it won't. However, you get about to that first 5-foot one before the rope will basically be. You're going to be stopped by the rope that's around your waist unless you remove it.
Okay, I'll get on land then.
Okay.
With the rope still on me.
All right.
So, get there.
Okay. The rope is fairly a bit taunter now between you and Thamor, who's still dangling from this thing's hook.
Alrighty. Maybe he'll be more interested in me. I don't know. And I do believe that's the end of my turn.
Okay. It is its turn, or at least one of its turns. It is going to take Thamor and whip him around and slam him into the ground behind him.
Oh,
Part of its attack. So...
ouch.
God of fishermen.
well, he rolled an 8. So...
You weren't kidding me.
He-
You said it was gonna be like the Hulk.
Yeah. He whips around and tries to throw you against, like dash you against the rocks. But in doing so, more so just loses his grip. Like, not grip, it's a hook. It doesn't hold you as fast as this creature had thought with you on its hook, and instead you kind of just slide off and tumble along the ground. You don't take any damage. However, because you're dragged that way, Zidane and Morani, you can't really make a
no.
reaction. Morani, you were dragged forward by Zidane,
Oh, no.
or by Thamor. Zidane, you can make a strength check to try and resist it, or you can try to just go with it, but he's going to, because he's thrown that way, he's going to drag you.
Is that going to be like a strength save or just strength?
Any more
roll?
chunky
Strength
boy.
saving throw.
Okay.
Morani unfortunately cannot resist it in her current state. And then the same thing for Evian and Andros. You guys are in the water, so it's going to be very difficult to resist this tug as he yanks you closer towards him.
Okay. I'm trying to think. I just realized I should use the bonus action to do my class feature or my warden feature, but that's okay. Let's try. Is a 16? Why is that there? That's not supposed to be there.
Check Nature's Wrath. It's getting posted to literally every one of your, I think, saving throws, it looks like.
Nature's wrath.
Nature's just very angry at everything.
Nature's wrath. Okay, sorry.
So I will give you the option with that roll. It's definitely high enough. If you want, you can cut the rope as a response to that to free yourself from Thamor. Otherwise, instead of Thamor getting thrown and you following it, you may kind of pull Thamor a bit closer to you.
I'd rather have him closer to me.
So he'll get yoinked a square closer. The rope is still far enough that the rest of you don't get shifted more.
Ropes are fun.
Yep. And then after Thamor, you kind of fall off its hook, it's going to let out a loud screech, and it's going to strike at you, Zidane, with its second attack. 23.
Oh god, yes, that
Oh.
hits.
Okay. Do you guys want me to roll damage out, or do you want me to GM roll it?
Either?
Okay. 9 points of piercing
Ow.
as it slashes across you with its barbed hook.
This is mildly upsetting.
All right, Thamor. I will say because it was unsuccessful on its slam, you were able to get to your feet, albeit a bit shakily, but
Okay.
but Thamor, do you have dark vision?
I do not.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right. So you've got this towering thing above you that literally fished the god of fishing out of the water.
I am going to, in absolute rage, swing at it. I've had enough for this day. Being insulted, missing my fishing hook, and accidentally hitting a dwarf.
Thamor would like to
All
rage.
on my face.
Thamor would like to rate. Thamor would like to go back on being a warrior and instead roll a complete barbarian right now.
No, Thamor is just a god. He can be anything he wants.
I love how you've taken to this so swimmingly. This is the that Fey Magic table is amazing.
Swimmingly.
Oh, both ends of the spectrum.
Oh,
He doesn't have disadvantage, so the first
Yeah,
roll is
that's
technically the correct one.
yeah.
Okay, good.
So,
And with
I
that,
would've taken
would
it
like
if it was
to
the
do
flip, I would've
a
taken it.
menacing attack.
All right. Yeah, so you strike it, and it rolls a crit for you, so unfortunately rolled minimal damage on the damage roll, but you still got the crit damage. So Thamor, your pent up rage a insulted god of fish and is just literally insulted by your crew members, insulted by this thing fishing you out of the sea. It is more than you can bear. And you just turn your halberd to this thing and just jab it full force, cracking its chitinous hide straight through the chest, and you hear this thing screech out in pain as you stab it.
Yep,
With your
I'm gonna use a
halberd.
menacing dice with this one. So
Okay, what does that do?
additional 1 damage. Makes it so it's afraid of me for the turn. It needs to make a. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you expend 1 superiority die to attempt to frighten a creature. You add a superiority die to the attack's damage roll, and the target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it is frightened until the end of the turn.
I like it.
The saves based
What would
off
be
its
the-
dex or strength. Because that's what's.
It doesn't say what it's based off of for.
Your save, I believe, as a battle master should be 8 plus your proficiency plus
strength or dex mod, whichever is higher.
Yeah.
Okay, 5e tools.
Thank you, sir.
5e tools, it says.
Yeah, so yours would be 8 plus 3 plus, I think your strength mod is 3, you said?
Yeah.
So the DC is 14.
Okay, that didn't search as fast as I wanted.
Never mind, I muted myself because I was pressing buttons. What was the
Oh,
attack
shit.
called, Noko?
Menacing attack.
Saying. Let me see that real quick.
So, found it.
Oh, when you hit a creature, you expend a superior die to attempt to frighten. You add the superiority die to attack damage. Oh, to the damage roll. So it does take the damage. That's what I wanted
Yes.
to know. Because the way you worded it made it sound like it adds.
It took 1 extra damage. I rolled 3 net ones in a single attack.
There's the save it needs to make. It's
Oh, wait a moment.
8.
I reroll ones.
Why? What? How?
I believe it's hold on.
That would be great weapon fighting style.
Yep, I have that. When you roll a 1 or 2 on damage die for attack you make with a melee weapon that you're wielding with 2 hands, you can re-roll a die.
Yeah, so that 4, that 1 you rolled on the 4, you could re-roll that. But you
So I'll
can't
re-roll
re-roll
1.
you can't re-roll the 1 from the
Oh
superiority.
yeah, I
die.
understand that bit. Great weapon master, woo! Fuck.
Wow.
Oh no, I must take that one.
Roll 20.
This is our night.
What
I
happened?
think it's being a jealous lover because it knows that we're gonna go to Foundry as soon as the subs are done.
Don't say the F. Don't say the F word.
That one, that one, that one, that one. 4 net ones.
I turned off my sub, so.
Oh,
Oh, you're right. It goes off on the 31st.
It's all team muted again.
Yeah, Salty is muted, so anything you're saying.
Ah, I press the minus button to do health and it mutes me. Okay. As I say, yeah, Thamor, you're just not having a night. We nat 20 to ping you and you nat 1 to attack, but you nat 20 to hit it. So I mean,
None that one, none that one, none that one, and none of that
essentially
one.
that's 4 nat 1s in a row by the order of the 7, 4, 1, 1. But yeah, it fails its saving throw. So it is frightened of you. So it pulled up a fish it is now scared of.
oh God! Put it back where it came from.
Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
For a creature that cannot see and is hooked for its prey, it is felt fear. Doesn't even get its. Wow. Okay. It has advantage on wisdom perception checks on hearing, but that doesn't matter. Okay. Cool. So it is frightened of you. Huh.
You tickled its ghibli bits.
It better be frightened.
We go to.
Let's see. I believe I have more attacks.
Oh, okay.
Of course he does.
Of course he
Oh
does.
yeah, second attack.
He
Martial
attack-
class.
Yeah,
Martial
Then he's
class.
also got-
Martial class.
Polearm Master.
Oh yeah, so I can also attack it again with another. What's that? D4.
That would be your bonus action. But yeah, finish your attack first, I'd say.
Yeah, and I'm gonna attack again.
Uh-oh, what's that?
What is that thing? What the fuck?
Honk.
That hits.
Awesome, man. I'm gonna use pushing attack this time.
I think you actually have to declare that you would like to use the.
Nope. These ones are you use them after.
Pushing
Oh.
attack. Yep, when you hit a creature, you can expend one spirit to attempt to try the target back. You have superiority die to the attack's damage roll. If the target is large or smaller, it must make a strength saving throw. Alright, it is definitely large. So, roll your superiority die to get the extra damage to this thing. 3, okay. Alright, that's not bad.
Another 10 damage to it.
Another 10 damage to this thing. And it needs to make a strength saving throw. One thing it might actually be good at. Most things can be decent at strength in this in D&D. Roll.
But it can't
Wow.
beat a 14.
Okay, never mind. It's going to roll a 3. So yeah, you shove it back 15 feet into the water.
God bless it.
I mean, there's a wall here, so it's only as far as it can go. But so,
Oh, so does it hit the wall?
yeah. So
I believe
Thamor,
it takes damage then.
not with its natural armor.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So Thamor, in your godlike rage, not only do you critical strike this thing and strike fear into the heart of a creature that has not known fear in its life, you shove this thing back, flying past you, slamming into the wall and kind of sliding into the water that you guys had just came from. Yeah. Good turn. I may have been bad in the idea of trying to fish a fishing god, apparently.
That's
The
Namor. It's
DM
time to
makes a
fish.
bad choice.
One more attack. One more attack.
Do I have 3?
If you have Polearm Master, you can
Yeah,
use
Oh,
your bonus
you're
action.
right. Okay, yeah, then I
Insult
guess
to
I'll make
injury.
it. What for Polar Mans? Like what
It's in Polearm Master. You can use your bonus action to make an attack with the butt end of the weapon, dealing base of D4 damage.
Okay, so I'll just roll a quick D4.
Well, you have to. I
We
think,
have to roll to a hit.
yeah,
Ah.
it's an attack. But if you hit
Oh,
it,
it's
you
an
deal
attack?
damage.
Oh, well, yeah. Let me just attack then, I guess. Does a 13 hit?
13 does not hit.
Damn.
So just to add the insult to the injury, you follow this thing down and try to spear it out in the same manner it tried to hook you.
With the
Unfortunately,
blunt end.
it the blunt end, and it just dinks off its armor. That was a hell of a turn. This is what happens when we let Thamor have pointy things. All right. Is this thing?
Probably want to put that in as another weapon entry for next time.
Yeah, probably will.
Oh god,
Whoa.
I
Oh, shit.
out of character. Out of character.
Oh
I
my
know what
god.
that
Oh no.
fucker is. In character. Oh. What's
Do you
that?
think
What's that? What's that
Do you
trembling
think menacing
noise?
attack works on too?
Morani, this thing is coming after you.
No.
It knows it has gotten you under its gaze, and it's going to attack.
Ah.
So it is
no.
going to attack with its claws.
Oh.
It rolls a
That's a
nat
miss!
fucking 1.
Yes. 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 Ah! The druid lives to fight another day.
All right, true to the words I used for that ones. It comes up to you, ready to try and strike you with its claw, lumbering up to you, this thing of nightmares, raises its claw to strike down, and almost sensing your distress in the scenario, Frey makes a move. coming
Ooh.
forth from the water and just tail whipping. Noticing you're not moving, noticing your connection is almost severed in a sense, because he's part of your mind. He knows something's kind of wrong with you, and just throws himself in line of fire for you. And this thing was just not expecting it. It gets a nice wet tail slap to the eye. And it just screeches and starts wailing into the air trying to hit Frey with the rest of its attacks and misses. That's what Nat ones do.
Hey, buddy!
Yes! Oh, Frey is getting cheese later. Oh, good fish. Good fish.
All right. That is that thing's turn. Andros.
All right.
Andros, you are pulled out of the water and in range. Make me a charisma saving throw.
Sure. Let's do that.
Oh wait, he's a Sork. He's fine.
I am not within range of Zidane, so let's just roll that. Yeah.
Yay!
You are successful. This thing's eyes are, you see them, but it is a little diverted at the moment, striking at the invisible fish foe of sorts that it thinks is there. So you are not affected by its gaze.
Oh, I don't like that. And there's obviously something right in front of me.
Yes, this hulking, similar monstrosity that Thamor just yeeted into the water.
He's waving his halberd at it like the old lady with the broom at the spider or something.
All right, so I am going to spend my bonus action. I'm going to move to here, and my bonus action as I'm moving is I want to summon Barnacle right there. Actually, right there, actually. One space back. So
Okay. Okay.
Barnacle is here.
Oh, yeah, I need to get it. Did you ever get? I guess we just use your Barnacle token if I can find.
Yeah,
You changed it on your sheet, so.
I can get it to you.
Okay. I mean, if you still have it, you can put it in, or if you want to.
I don't have it ready
okay.
at this very second,
Yeah.
but
right.
I'll get it to you when it's not my turn. So anyway, I'm gonna move back.
Here we go. Here's Barnacle.
Yay, he's terrifying. And I'm gonna look at Barnacle and right, get the thing with the freaky eyes. I'm on it! And I'm going to have him Ray of Frost the thingy thing? The mandible thingy.
Okay.
So Barnacle's going to Ray of Frost the mandible.
Okay. That's a range attack roll, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, ranged attack. I did move him back, so he's not in engaged range with something. So he should be just straight roll. Cast the spell.
So this is Barnacle?
Yeah, this is Barnacle. That sucks.
That does not hit.
Nah.
As Barnacle forms the spell in its watery rendition of the hand and fires out, it's a little high and it strikes off of this thing's. This thing is also very, very well armored with its chitinous shells, and it just kind of leaves a cool, like an icy streak along its back that very quickly melts.
Now you're supposed to hit it in the eyes. And then he'll reach his hand forward and twist both hands together, and a ball of sparking lightning appears, and he's going to fire lightning bolt between the two of them.
Ooh.
So it's a 100-foot line. So it is that way 100 feet.
Okay.
You can see that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to do that. And he's going to cast that spell.
Okay. It's a saving throw. Holy
Dexterity.
fuck.
And I'll use a sorcery point to re-roll 3 of those, the 2 2s and a 1.
Okay, we'll have to figure out how that adds up here in a bit. Let me roll their dex saving throws. For the first one in the line,
Of course, he rolls a net freaking 20.
all right. Okay, I can't argue with that. And then the other one
Okay.
fails.
It's the first numbers backwards.
So the other one, yeah.
Oh, come on!
What? You rolled the
well,
same?
I
Wow.
use empowered metamedic, so I can technically actually re-roll 2 more of those. So I'm going to re-roll because I can roll up to 5, my charisma modifier. So I'm going to re-roll 2 of those.
Oh my
All right.
goodness.
What?
All right, you did less damage with your meta magic.
So I do 30 damage. I literally.
What's going on?
I did 5 damage.
Alright,
I'd like to
so,
re-roll. I'm gonna do 3 damage.
The story now is going to be Alt has to find where his party members died and where Thamor has taken up reign after Thamor kills everything, but everyone else dies.
Oh no!
So it's 30. It's 30. 'Cause I basically lost a point of damage. Screw you, empowered spell. That was just mean. But
Okay.
anyway.
And for the nat 20, I'm going to grant this thing. I know it's on a save, it dodges, but with the nat 20, this thing is basically just going to completely dodge the lightning. As the lightning arcs through the cave, it kind of lights up a little bit, and you swear you can see a stone structure in the distance, like in the further ends of the cave, as you ricochet against something in the back. And you hear, what's your passive perception?
14.
Uh-oh.
Never mind, you don't hear. Okay.
I don't hear a thing. Sure.
All right.
All right. So, and I'm.
Quiet, Tread.
I moved kind of back. Am I in the water again?
Yes.
All right. How deep is it? Can I even see down? Probably.
You cannot really see down. It is, like I said, when you're going through, it's a very murky-esque water. The only thing really providing the illumination is Morani, and since she's on the shore right now, the water is very dark beneath you.
And the area behind us is all a wall.
It's a bit of a steep, curved, like cutout stone. So yeah, there's nothing to really grab on. There's no ledges to grab onto.
Sure. Yep. Yeah. He just kind of presses himself up against the back wall. He's like, "Fuck."
How eloquent.
That's my turn.
All right, we go down to the other one. After having that blast of lightning strike out, he is going to take a swing first at you, Andros.
Okay.
Let's see.
He does not like Sparky.
1, 2, 2.
Oh,
Hits.
Okay. And then
Sparky, boom, boom, man.
13 points of piercing.
Ow.
So he reaches forward in the water and just slashes across.
I'm going to use my reaction.
Okay.
To use watery defense. As a reaction, when you're hit by an attack, take a plug and slashing actions. Basically, I teleport 30 feet away from him and reduce the damage by 26.
Okay. Where are you moving to?
Yeah, I'm gonna go right over here next to. Yeah, I'm gonna go over here to next to Zazan there. So right. Let's go right to here.
Okay. And the rope falls off of you.
Yeah, as he just disappears into water and then appears next to Zazan to go off.
Over here now. You are partially in the dark now. I mean, you have dark vision, so I guess it doesn't.
Yeah, I think I'm technically still in Morani's glow.
Yes,
yeah.
but you have dark vision, so
I do.
Okay. It is, so he did that. After seeing you just kind of like disappear into water, it, looks around very confused, kind of. and it turns and just strikes next to it. So it's going to strike at you, Evian.
Sorry.
Oh, good.
21.
Yep.
11 points of piercing.
Yep. She'll take it. Just cut her against her chest, I guess. I don't know how you want to describe it.
It's easy. It's going to leave it's just going to gouge you because it's a piercing attack. So it'll
Got
come
it.
across and like strike at your like do like strike down your shoulder and cut into your shoulder a bit.
She'll hiss in response. There you go.
All right. And then go ahead and everyone roll me a quick perception.
Uh-oh.
Everyone roll perception.
That's never a good sign. Oh.
Hey.
I almost rolled
Dan doesn't
performance.
notice anything.
Dan doesn't even notice Andros appear next to him.
Crud. The one person who kind of notices
One and
also
a two.
Snooper. Marani, even though you don't know what's really going on because you are kind of lost in this thing's gaze, the world around you seems to be a bit of a blur. You swear you hear another voice in the fray.
Oh, no.
Not in fray, but in the combat. What the hell is going on out there?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Muttered tone. And we will go back to Evian.
Well, she's pretty upset that she has a hook in her shoulder, so abandoning her bow, she's gonna take her short swords and then swing both her attacks at the creature in front of her.
Okay. Oh, and are you, since now that this creature has been revealed and everyone's had their turn with it, do you choose to avert your eyes from the big creature?
This one?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know she had her eyes on this one.
So you don't, in a sense. The way it's worded and the way the mechanic seems to work is if you can choose to avert your gaze from it, but you're going to suffer disadvantage from it attacking you and you attacking it, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at it, you're going to be subject to the same gaze. Like if
Yeah,
you're going to have any reason to look at it, whether it's dodging or even reacting to it.
Well, for a narrative standpoint, her eyes are on this one, so I guess, yeah, she averts her gaze from this guy.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Roll your attack rolls against this guy.
Okay.
Stab, stab.
Is it with the disadvantage you said? Because she's averting her guys? Or...
No. It's normal against the creature in front of you.
Oh,
The
okay.
hooked thing. The other creature that is currently that caused that issue, the confusion on Marani.
Mm-hmm.
If you avert your gaze from it, like purposefully, it'll have advantage on you on its attack, and you'll disadvantage against it because you're not looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't take that, you suffer the fact that you basically would look at it if it were to attack you, so you'd have to make that saving throw against it.
We can look at the hooker, but not the bug thing.
All right,
basically.
so I'm assuming a 12 does not meet the quota.
Well, unfortunately, does not.
All right, then now she'll attack with her other sword. She's basically spinning on her heel and slashing it towards its hook. There, much
Okay.
better.
Channeling the Thamor there. And we do psychic damage too. Nice. Does Dreadful strike a ranger thing, or is that the Fae?
It is a. It's a. Let me go back through my notes.
Fey Wanderer, Fey something subclass?
Yeah, it's the Fey Wanderer.
Fey Wanderer. Okay, perfect. Cool. Yeah. So your first strike kind of glances off this thing, and in turning, the etchings on your arm and horns light up slightly as you spin and slash into this thing with your other sword, drawing a fairly bright gash against its chest. Doing a 13. No, 11.
11.
Math. True enemy. Okay. What else have you got?
I'm not as fancy as the others, so she's just gonna move? Is this like a partially in the water and land?
That's the shore, so you'd be on land if you were stepping there.
Okay, she just wants to go right here.
Okay, and you're still within range, right? Basically of the rope, because you are still tied to Morane.
Hmm.
You do still have a foot.
I think with the bonus action you can hit again with a weapon.
Offhand?
Yeah, with the off, because you use the 2 attacks on an action.
Right, from extra.
Oh,
You still have your bonus.
Yeah, you just don't get your ability modifier added to the damage unless you have the fighting style for 2-weapon fighting.
no, which I don't. So, I mean, yeah, I could do my Fey Reaper mark again. Since it's a bonus action.
Your Fey Reaper mark is still on it. It never left. It's a like I said, the Fey Reaper mark, for all intents and purposes, it's just a stronger hunter's mark. So the same mechanic of you applying it stays on that creature, except that you get the option of applying it basically for free with a higher damage.
Okay.
So you do actually get to roll that damage as well, since you did hit it. I forgot to.
What I did before
which one was marked?
2. Huh? It was this one over here that was marked.
Okay, and that's not the one you swung. You swung at the one above you, right?
Yeah, this is the one I swung with my swords. Is this one? This one was with the bow. I was trying to do with that one.
Okay. So then, yeah, you didn't move the hunter. You can move the hunter's mark if you wanted to. Like I said, that's why I had it as a.
Yeah, I guess I'll shift the hunter's mark onto that one.
Okay.
So yeah, there you go.
Because that would be the bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay, because remember, the other thing you can do with your mark as well, except I had that marked as, or something else that I marked on what your bow is, you can also change from your attack to cause it to a binding thorn, basically.
Mm. But as for Flair, she just went for her swords, so it's okay.
You don't have to. So for the Reaper effect to work, you don't have to use the bow.
Right. Yeah. I know.
Okay, just making sure you know. It's not like the abilities on it are not tied specifically to the bow, except for basically that phase shot where you can hit targets behind cover. The mark and the reap effect are both just abilities you got because you have the bow. Yeah,
and then since she's switching her target for the flare, we'll just say for this turn, she just switched her frame mark to this creature.
That's fine.
So, and then next turn, she'll probably do all that fancy stuff.
Okay. Just letting you know.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Morani, you again have the same option. You're no longer, I mean, the control is not a permanent thing. You either can avert your eyes or you have to make the saving throw again.
I will avert my eyes. Yeah. I'm not taking that chance again. Okay. So I am going to try to make it a little bit easier for us to hit these fuckers. So I am going to cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
So it's each creature within a 20-foot cube. So hold on, let me draw.
It says object, so it's going to hit it hits allies too, right? Technically,
yes. So if I put it there, that would put all 3 within the effects, right?
It would put all 3, including yourself, Evian, and Thamor.
Okay, that's fine.
Thamor and Sparkly.
Hold on a second. I'm just reading the verbiage here. Okay, it doesn't say creatures that I choose. It's just everything. Okay, that works. And so they all have to make dexterity saving throws.
And should get a +4 from Zidane.
And before that happens, actually, I am going to, before they actually make their saves, I am going to burn a charge of my Cosmic Omen. I have Woe active right now, so I'm assuming that I can only target one of these things with this, so I am going to give my Woe to big scary mouth man over here.
Okay.
So he takes 1d6 less off of his saving throw.
Okay. So let's
which
quickly-
will. Do you want me to roll that, or
I'll roll that one. So let's go solve these in turn then. We'll start
Sure.
with the first guy that's taking the most damage. We'll get him done. We'll get his dex roll first.
and is it against my DC or?
Yes, it'd be against your DC unless it states a flat DC, but I'm guessing it is
Okay, so it's a DC 15.
Okay. Thing has 0. So it fails.
So that one fails.
So that one is outlined. The next one at 20s again.
God bless it. Okay.
That dude is just not going to get hit. And then the big dude, 16. Oh, minus 1d6, which you said what your DC is?
My DC is 15, so
So
I
it's
just
another-
need.
Two.
I just needed two. Just needed two. Come on. Come on.
No, don't.
Yes.
It fails.
Okay.
So-
So these two top guys, if you can see them when you attack them, you roll with advantage.
Well, they're glowing now, so we should all be able to see them.
Yeah.
But however, you
So-
three need to roll as well. Evian, Morani, and Thamor.
Can we choose to fail the save, or?
I
Can we-
mean,
You don't want to fail. That means they can get advantage on you.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to save it, because I don't want them to have advantage on me.
you have to saving it would prevent it from happening to you.
Oh,
He's
okay.
weird about it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Sorry. So it's a dexterity saving throw.
Got it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that Fairy Fire hits allies that way, but
I
It's
get
first
plus
level
A lot
4.
of things that you'd
That's
think
true.
wouldn't hit allies in 5e.
Oh, I didn't need it. Plus 4 from Zidane, so I'm good.
So Evian and Thamor save. Morani
And
is very fired.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay.
Morani, you are sparkling even more than usual.
Okay,
You're
that's
already
fine.
sparkling, so
And incidentally, anyone who's glowing right now emits dim light for 10 feet.
okay.
Hey, shadows.
So, and then before I end my turn, I'm in archer form, so I'm going to use my bonus action to attack, I guess. So I have disadvantage rolling on this dude since I'm averting my gaze, right?
Yes.
So but since he's under fairy fire right now, if I attacked him, it would just be a straight roll, correct?
I believe so, because there is no, correct me if I'm wrong, we decided last time that there is no stacking advantage, disadvantage, right? It's just
It's just
if it
on
both
or off.
exists.
Yep.
Yeah. Because, technically
So-
you have disadvantage on point blank melee, you have disadvantage on averting your gaze, but since it doesn't stack, it's just a flat roll. Since you have advantage, since it is illuminated. Well, actually, would you get advantage on Fairy Fire? You can't look at it. So Fairy Fire doesn't do anything. But I guess technically that's not what the spell seems to...
It doesn't say any creatures that I can see. It's just creatures
No, it
within
says if
range.
the attacker can see it.
Oh, if the attacker can see. Okay, never
Yes,
mind.
by-
I'm not.
By basically
Well,
the fact that you were blind, you're closing your eyes and shooting it, basically.
Okay, well, that's fine. I'm not going to do that then. I'm going to. I can see this guy, and he's glowing, right?
He rolled a nat 1, or he rolled a nat 20, so
Oh,
The
that
only-
was a nat 20. Okay.
he's nat 20. The one that you can
So-
see that doesn't is the one that got pushed into the water by Thamor.
Okay, I'm going to attack that guy then
Yep, and you should have
So-
advantage then, technically.
with advantage. Yes. So that's Hold on.
It's next to
One-
two things. Right?
Does it matter if you're near something when you fire? I thought it was when you fire at something that is in combat with you. Or
No,
did I read it
it's
wrong?
if anything is within 5 feet of you when you're making a ranged attack, you make that ranged attack at
Oh,
disadvantage.
okay. So then it's a straight roll. Because then you got the advantage of fairy fire and the disadvantage of two big angry things wanting to punch you.
Also, it's just a straight roll.
Yes.
Okay. Oh shoot! Hold on, that's damage. Sorry. My bad. What? So, and I failed anyway, so that's okay.
Okay. All right.
And I would try to move, but I have advantage and I don't want to get attacked, so I'm just going to stay put.
All right.
That's my turn.
Zidane, same question to you. Do you avert your gaze from this thing?
I hear rumbly, tumbly, stompy thing, I am more concerned about Hook people that have pulled Thamor up and are savaging the rest of him. So no, I am
All
not looking at whatever this third thing is.
Okay.
Okay. First off, I want to make sure that I pop this off. Where is it?
Actually, before we do that, you mind giving me a second to go let the dogs out?
Before it.
Yeah.
All right. So give me.
Yeah, go. Ah, out of character. I know what that fucker is. I don't like it. I hate it. Thanks.
It's wants to tickle you.
Yeah, Mr. Rex actually did a video on them a while back. It was really interesting. He also went into the AD&D and 2B incarnations and some of the tidbits that have not been transferred over the years on the lore.
So what you're saying is we should kill it
I
with maximum
I mean, as is the
Thamor's-
case with most things that are that
Thamor's
old.
bloodlust is currently on something else.
Well, at least it didn't save on my lightning bolt that I did somehow less damage on after empowering it. Can't believe that. 5d6. You rolled 3 1s and 2 2s. Oh well.
The very happy little goat. I think that's a goat.
There we go. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Is everyone else still here? Did everyone else also?
I think we're all here. Yeah.
Okay, see you guys next week at same time. No. Okay, bonus action. Let's use our first shiny warden thing. So bonus action.
Mhm.
Sentinel Life designate targets up to charisma modifier. So we have 1, 2, yeah, all of the actual people. That's not to say that Barnacle's not an actual person, but he's a bit watery. So Evian, Morani, Thamor, and Andros are designated as
Under your protection. Okay.
Ooh, nice.
yeah. So I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, everyone's within 30 feet. So I suppose that everyone would see a bright flash of yellow and purple flicker out in the darkness and then wrap around each of your arms just below the shoulder, and it's the same double key with the acorn twisting around them, symbol of Zidane's Warden medallion around you. And for my action, let's try. I want to try something stupid. I would like to cast suggestion on this thing.
On which one?
This guy down here.
Suggestion on it.
Yes, 1 second. While I try and find It's a level 1. Okay. So a sentence or two needs to pass a wisdom save. And
So just forewarning, suggestion is a can see and understand you.
wait, it is?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, can
oops,
hear and understand you. Hear and understand you. I'm not to metagame at all, but just as a minor thing, there's a very, very good chance that these things do not understand anything
Yeah.
normal.
If I'm allowed to say, Zidane thinks about this for a second, then realize it's dumb, I would instead want to hit this thing with a stick twice.
That works. I mean, you can do anything else, but just to not have you waste a turn doing
Yeah,
something based on the wording on that.
I think I glossed over that again. Just a regular attacks. No. Oh wait, this one's glowing, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, they're all glowing.
Smack him.
You do have advantage against it.
Bonk.
That meets. So,
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
6.
You do 6 points of damage to it.
All right, and I need it.
Smack again.
Yeah, I just need to check how many spell slots I have. I think that I got 3. No, I only have. Damn. Yeah, smack it again.
All right. With advantage. This time with feeling. Oh, well,
Nice.
not a lot of feeling there.
We are not rolling well tonight.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is a miss.
And let's just move shoulders abreast with Thamor.
Okay. You are standing in the presence of a god.
Sure.
You feel bolstered.
Do I get a reroll?
Oh no, it's just it's
No, only on fishing.
it's a religious bolster. You have to believe that it bolsters you.
Good job.
There's
You're
no
doing
physical
great.
evidence of it.
Keep
And
it
that
up.
guy's frightened too. So he's frightened and fairy fired.
He's not having. So his buddy is nat 20 on dodging. Like hasn't really been hit, and this guy's in the water, got shoved by the thing he hooked. Is terrified of it. Like
It's
yin and
glowing.
yang on these two dudes. All right.
So yeah, that's the end of my turn.
It is this guy's turn. He is floundering in the water. What is frightened? It's not terrified. I don't have to move away, right? I think I just have to get a disadvantage.
Frightened is disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, while the source of its fear is within its line of sight, and it can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
Okay, well, it cannot literally. I mean, it really can't move anywhere else. It's just going to screech out and just kind of blindly swing out in front of it, trying to landing one attack at each of you. So it doesn't say he can't try to strike at the thing that he's scared of, but he will do it at disadvantage.
Yeah, there's like literally nothing I can do.
Why don't you get 2 nat
Yeah,
20s
it's just
on
kind of
this
flailing in front of it.
advantage
Don't
So-
say that, Noko.
Noko.
I'm gonna
One
say it.
attack against Noko. 21. Nope, hold on. Oh, 21.
Noko.
Hey.
Is that it?
Yeah, well, of course it hits. I have 18 armor.
Oh, 18's still pretty high. Jeez
That
Louise.
was a shadow plate.
Yeah,
12 points of piercing.
We can't catch a
Ouchie.
break tonight with
my
our rolls.
toesies.
No, we really can't.
Against Yuzadan. 14.
Yeah, because I don't have armor on at the moment.
Oh.
Ow! I have an AC 11. Ah,
14 piercing.
Man,
Now you
they're
know what it
rolling
feels like,
max
man.
damage on theirs, and we can't.
And you re-rolled your damage 5 times and got 1.
43.
Oof. And
That's a
that
big
is
chunk going down.
its turn.
Bonk.
Thamor.
In retaliation, Thamor brings his halberd down this thing's arm.
Oh. Alright. $21. That hits. So you do have advantage against it. Is it 5 points or is there any more damage being added to it?
That's still 5 points. That's 2 hits.
Doesn't great weapon fighting reroll 1s and 2s?
1s and oh my god, those are 2s.
Those are 2s. They're gonna be 1s
Re-roll,
when you re-roll them, but
re-roll, re-roll. I believe in you.
it's a 3!
Hey,
It's
a 3!
Yeah.
We got an extra.
There's
So
that extra 8
6
damage you're
and-
looking for.
6 and 13, so 19 points of damage.
And my bonus attack, I'm just gonna.
Ah,
Hey, guess what?
It's a 1.
That's a 1.
Yeah, it's a 1.
Guess what? I can roll it.
No, it's
Roll that one.
though. It's
Oh,
not.
it's still, yeah, that's not your normal attack. Can you reroll that one? As
it's
is it?
your,
It,
it's
it
an
just says
attack you're
any. It
wielding
just says
with
any
axe.
attack.
All right.
Whoa! That yeah.
Re-roll.
A 2.
Yay!
It's better than nothing. So another 5. Jeez, Louise Thamor. This thing is not looking good. Thamor, in literally, you swapped positions with this thing. Like, how the fuck do you manage this, Noko? All the rolls.
I'll show you to fish me.
You literally swapped positions, struck fear into the heart of this creature from the depths, and are now standing, towering above it, beating it to death as it is just flailing about in the water. Okay.
Spire fear checking its buddy over there.
Goes to Shadow Realm, punches like a near deity in the face. Goes underwater and gets hooked, punches it in the face. Like, I'm seeing a
Worked
trend.
out so far.
It's worked so far.
Wait till we get to the king.
Oh no! Noko, no!
Noko, yeah.
Little did you know, this is the king. But smaller.
All right.
Go.
Is anything else, Thamor?
That's all I can do.
Can I request that you use your movement to yank me the fuck away from this thing that's about to hit me?
Well, I think mechanically, even then, that
You give
Still
it a
provokes.
reaction.
yeah, still
Forced,
provokes,
forced movement ignores opportunity attacks.
Oh,
I guess I can
Fine.
do that.
Oh, I forgot to ask Thamor, are you averting your gaze from the creature as well?
I am 100% looking at this thing.
Okay, so it will have advantage against you on its attacks. If it attacks you. Okay. Alrighty. It is its turn. And it is going to slide into the fray
oh, hello!
and start striking
Oh.
at everyone. So it is going
Oh, God.
to launch a claw attack at you, Marani. Which is
Advantage.
not against oh yeah, it is because you're not looking at it.
Yeah, I'm very fired. I mean, it hits anyway.
26 against you.
Those are disgusting.
11 points of slashing. It's going to do a mandible attack at you, Thamor.
Hey. I'll take a bite out of these picks.
27.
Yeah, I definitely think that hits.
Mandibles are 12 slashing. And then it'll do another mandible attack at you, Zidane.
Fun times.
This thing has multi-attack with 3 attacks. 27.
It's gonna hit anyways, but yeah.
19 slashing.
We should ignore this
Right.
thing in front of us and turn around to get a thing behind us.
That's a bite. Yeah.
Ouchie, ouchie.
Let's just make sure I put this 43, 3, 16, 2.
And that is its turn.
Ow.
24.
Yeah, I'm a third of my health almost.
All right.
Andros.
Yep. All right. I'm gonna have Barnacle have his He's gonna shoot a ray of frost at this thing again, and he should have advantage this time, right?
Yep, because it is illuminated by fairy fire,
Okay. Whoops. Let
as
me
well
roll.
as is Barnacle looking at it?
Yes. You mean he's a watery clone, so yes.
He still has a charisma. It has a sentient.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
So before the attack, roll me a charisma saving throw.
Got it.
That was max damage too.
I know. 19.
All right, it saves, or he saves. It saves.
Let me because that should I just re-click it, or because it was supposed to be with advantage? So let me just do.
Just roll. We'll keep the damage roll since it's the first one, and just go ahead and roll. Like, if you want to click it
1d20
again, we'll do the other.
plus 8, right? 8.
I mean, you can just click it again. We'll just take that first damage roll if it hits.
Okay, that works too.
No, I totally forgot that Andros is over there.
Yeah, so 18.
Yeah. 18 hits.
All right.
Actually, well, yeah, 18 meets.
Great. Ooh. All right, so that's 15 cold, and I will mark him with the Curse of the Sea.
Okay.
Um,
Curse of the which
you need me to post that?
yeah, if you mind. I remember vaguely it has multi effects. Just want to make sure I remember exactly.
So once per turn, when I hit it with a spell, I can either reduce its speed, lightning damage, or increase lightning damage, or move it by more than 15 feet.
Cool. So what are you gonna do?
Am I able to step like 5 feet backwards to here?
Yeah, that'll take your movement if you do a 5-foot step.
Yeah. I'm just moving 5 feet backwards.
You do have dark vision, correct? I mean, it's got fairy fire, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but I do have dark vision. Is there a way? Can I? Yeah, if I do that, I'll hit Marani, right?
Please don't hit Marani.
Technically, depending where you angle it, as long as it doesn't clip her square, it will not. So you can hit the back corner of it.
It's a 5 foot wide line, so 5 feet is a square's width.
In theory, I mean, if you're gonna go by the way the game kind of plays, the way if you want to go semantic, if you angle it, can't draw. What's it? Control draw? No.
How's that? If that?
Yeah, well, because the way I'd see it, if you were to slide that to the right a little bit, basically, you'd still clip the back corner of his square, but be out of Marani's, if that makes sense.
Like
Sure.
that's
Yeah.
Because he is a large creature versus a medium, so technically you can, as long as you clip part of his square to a degree, I believe is what it counts as a...
Yeah. So I'll have backed up, and I will lightning bolt again.
Jeez. Okay.
I will cast lightning bolt again. Right.
All right, we will do our magical acrobatic one first. See if he's lucky this time. He is very unlucky on that one. He got way too
Wow.
cocky with his life. And the big guy...
Yes.
Okay. And I'm guessing, since you were aiming at them, are you looking at... I guess it's too late for me to ask. I guess technically you don't have to
but
look.
can I see his? I mean, I'm assuming I'd have to be seeing. Is it his eyes? Is it his body?
It's his eyes.
So he kind of moved forward and attacked the other
Yeah,
people. I'm kind of behind.
That's okay. So yeah, he's not really looking at you at this point.
Sure.
Technically,
I will
Took
spend.
a chunk
he's
out of
focusing.
Sedan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend another sorcery point to empowered spell one more time. I've got a couple 2s in there.
In a 1.
Come on.
So, all right, so it is. I'm re-rolling 4, 2, 2, 1, 2. So roll 4d6. Oh yeah!
There you go.
Oh yeah! So
There you go.
2, 2, 1, 2. That's 6, 7. So that is another 11 damage on top of the 26. So that is 37 damage, and the guy in front of me takes an extra 5. So he takes 42 total.
Okay, that is a lot of fucking damage. So he's looking sizzled, and this guy took how much?
37.
Holy fuck, he is. Okay. They are both looking really bad.
So yeah,
Holy
Andros
fuck.
steps back and he puts his hands down and he actually pulls something out of the ground and just throws this forward, and it literally burns some hair off of Marani's head as it sizzles past.
For a brief moment,
Watch it.
it looks like Andros looks like a certain emperor. He's palpably looking like an emperor.
Limited. Power.
That will be his turn.
Okay. That is, yeah, you definitely did a number to that thing. All right. The other one, a little bit sizzled. It is going to, it's got to keep doing what it's doing. It's going to lash out and strike the 2 targets next to it. So, Evian, it is going to attack you.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, can you even, well, you did strike, so it's going to attack each one of you with 1. 15.
Yep.
Okay, that is... Uh, 11.
Yeah, she's looking pretty hurt.
Piercing, and then Marani. That one rolled low. And,
Yeah, that misses.
okay. It just screeches out as it's just kind of flailing, striking you. It lived on its belief it could dodge everything for far too long and then got hit by lightning. They say lightning doesn't strike twice. Well, whoever said that hasn't played D&D. Okay.
In an alternate universe where this thing is playing tabletop, it's cursing at its DM. I just totally had the dice on my favor. Where are these stupid humanoids beating me up now?
Hold on.
Uh-oh. Was that a measurement line? I looked away for a second.
I thought the try said something. You might be muted.
Am I muted? No, I'm not muted.
No,
Oh, okay.
Sorry, no, I'm trying to look.
he's just really
Trying
quiet.
trying
which
to
means
look for
dangerous
something.
quiet.
Sorry, trying to look to see.
Why does that monkey have a lizard arm?
It's
It
from
is
YouTube series.
Oh,
Forgot
Dingo,
the campaign.
Dingo
Yeah,
Draws
Dingo
or something like
Doodles.
that. Dingo Doodles. It's a cursed arm or something. He's got a
ah,
curse
okay.
because I think he's a wild magic sorcerer, and that's the way it shows it. The more curse he has, the more lizardy his body
Andros,
is.
you hear something
Oh,
kind of coming from behind you. You kind of listen with your passive. It sounds familiar, and you realize with horror, it's the sound of spellcasting.
Oh.
Thamor, Zidane, Marani. You feel rumbling underneath you
Oh, that's good.
as the ground beneath you surges and erupts beneath you. So you,
Shit.
all 3 of you, and the 2 creatures there, you're going to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Remember, everyone gets +4.
4.
Even my creatures?
No.
Uh,
Ah! Sorry, that was loud.
So mine's 18.
nice.
Okay. Morani succeeds. Zidane
Okay.
fails.
Dex saving.
Yep.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna say it's a disadvantage because none of you saw this coming.
I suppose that was a ambush.
Does a 12 make it?
That would be a 14 or 16. Sorry.
16 would
Okay,
make it.
16.
Dan, unfortunately, you don't. Morani, I do need one more roll from you because it is going to be a
Oh.
disadvantage from this thing. Granted, it's
I'm
also
sorry.
going to hit the two creatures, so they're going to make their dex rolls as well.
Okay, so mine's a 17.
All right, yours still succeeds.
Cool.
So yours the only one that fails. Zidane, these creatures, the one in the water is going to fail. 6. I don't know why it's adding. I don't want to add it, but whatever it's going to do. So it's faster. And then the other one, 4. Okay, so they both fail miserably. Okay.
Oh no.
Nope, that's not right.
Oh, sheesh.
So, Zidane, you take 23 bludgeoning. Morani and Thamor, you take 11, since it's half rounded. Is it half rounded down?
Oh my lord.
Rounded down, yeah.
Yep, so 11 points of bludgeoning. And both of these
Battle
creatures
Nemesis.
take 23, which actually kills both of them. Oops.
Hey.
Hey.
Um,
I'm gonna use Shadow Nemesis.
Okay. Oh, you're
So
gonna
I
do.
take half. I
Okay.
take half for that, and the rest, and the other half goes, I believe, was reduce the damage taken by half, and last shot against the attacker cause him to take equal amounts as necrotic damage.
Okay, let me read exactly on the wording I gave it. Sure.
So that's 20. Ow.
You sitting at 1?
Oh no. This is fine. Let's just hope that they're friendly, willing to talk at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Thamor, the damage dealt to you instead is picked up. You see that your shadow, as the earth erupts around you, your shadow envelops you, and instead the rocks, almost in an avatar-like way, swing about you and just fling off into the darkness, flying right past you to Zidane. And you hear it's gonna make the same roll against him. Granted, he didn't expect this, so he's gonna fucking suck at this. He fails. So see, and he is going to take the full brunt of 23 points of damage. You hear a behind you is something is struck in the dark, and as you kind of see through dark vision, you see a hunched over form.
Did we just sucker punch the help?
Of a what looks to be a dwarf.
Oh no.
That doesn't look very helpish.
Both of those creatures
A dwarf looks
fall
on death's
to the
door.
get erupted from that spell.
What's the key binds to blow up a token? I want to see that guy.
Shift
Just
Z.
select it.
Dream wants to see that guy.
Oh, can you blow it up? Shift C? Is that a
You
thing?
select the
Yeah.
token and shift Z.
All right, hold on, let me bring that
Yeah.
token back. Here,
No.
blow this one up. Shift Z.
No. The new spell
The dwarf.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh,
weird.
that's freaky.
Nature.
Interesting.
He just took 23 points of necrotic damage.
okay. So that is its turn. His turn. Evian. And then make sure there's nothing else. I think there's an effect to that, right? So yeah, so that entire that entire area is now difficult terrain. So the entire area that he hit with the spell, which was centered on Thamor, was a 20-foot cube. So he
Ooh,
centered it on
perfectly
Zidane,
fine.
technically. So he saw Zidane. Whatever. Like this. There we go.
Again, I say, ow.
Your pleas go unanswered. But Evian,
Wardens don't help those who don't help themselves.
I am really glad I stepped back out of that.
So glad I remember I had Shadow Nemesis.
I'm glad I don't have armor. This is good roleplay material.
To be fair, Thamor is of our army. Is it? If this gets expelled, he's just in his undies and a helmet.
Careful, Evian.
So
Avert your eyes.
sure.
oh, that creature's gone.
Not Thamor.
Oh, well, I mean, I think you all just, I just assume you all avert your gaze to Thamor, unless you otherwise tell me.
Hey, my armor's still on me.
I mean, you're still Thamor.
That's true. Can't look upon this godly form too long. You'll burn.
So the creature that's in front of me, is it dead or alive?
It is alive. It is still
Okay.
very much alive.
Well, she's still pretty pissed that she got again hooked, and got hurt pretty big. So she's gonna use her short swords to attack it again.
Okay. It is still marked, so you do get your fame mark against it, if you wish.
Yeah, I'm gonna, as a bonus action, I'm just gonna do the extra damage because she's irritated and wants
Okay,
it
well,
dead. So
yeah, it's on hit, so go ahead and roll the attacks.
okay,
Yeah.
let me do with the first attack with the sword. And is Fairy Fire still up or no?
This one dodged Fairy Fire, but you do have
Okay.
flanking on it now, I believe,
Okay, so
because you've got Morani.
Got advantage then.
Can I
I
just?
believe so.
I'm sorry. Just quick process question. If I were to drop this, would it count as my action, or
Drop.
can I just drop it?
You can drop concentration literally at any time, even off your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna drop Fairy Fire then.
Okay. I mean, you're the only one eliminated, so you stop sparkling by a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, with advantage, she'll attack.
Okay, that meets.
And I will roll the Fairy Fire on that because 8's not good enough. So let me do my cantrip here real quick, so I can get that damage marked on there.
See an additional.
Mm.
Okay, well that's just the first hit, and it doesn't. I don't think it does it on the second hit, right?
It does. It's on each hit for Hunter's Mark, I believe.
Yep.
Oh, so I just roll it again?
Whenever you hit with a weapon attack.
Alright. Okay, so second attack. Second sword. She's pretty much kicking it off in front of her, getting the hook out of her. And
You have 3 attacks total, I think, don't you? With your bonus as well?
yeah.
Okay.
So this is the first attack. That was the bonus action for the cantrip, and then
It doesn't
second
take
attack.
a bonus action to activate the effect.
Well, okay. Well, what I'm saying is that because we didn't decipher, we were moving it to this target. So in this bonus action, she's using the damage instead of having it be restrained by the thorny vines.
You don't have to use. Okay, sorry, maybe I'm not being clear with it. It behaves like Hunter's Mark. The only time you have to
Yeah.
declare bonus action is if you're actively moving it to a new target or putting it for the first time on a target. Once it's on there, you get the choice on a hit to either apply damage or turn the mark into a binding thorn.
Right.
You don't. It doesn't consume your bonus action to do the damage or do the thorn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
No, I'm just like I said. I'm just trying to clarify. I know it's kind of a homebrew item, so it's not as restrictive as I was hoping it sounds.
Right. And then just to clarify, I roll it one more time with my.
Yes, every
Okay.
hit you get is because it acts like Hunter Mark. So any weapon hit, you get the bonus damage.
Okay.
But the dreadful strikes is only once per turn, though, right?
Yeah, I think So
Yes, yeah, it is. I think Yep, yeah, I just
So
checked.
it's just
Okay.
12 for
So
that
we
one.
have 8, 9, 15, 21 total so far.
yeah, and
Then you have your offhand.
huh? I have an offhand.
Well, bonus action hitting with the offhand weapon when dual wielding.
You just don't get to add your dex modifier to damage
Oh,
unless you have the 2-weapon fighting, which I don't think you do.
I don't have the 2-weapon fighting, so I've been.
So you can still smack it. It's just not going to have that extra.
But it'll get Fey Reaper mark damage.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. I don't know how to take off the modifier if I were to attack it again.
Just attack, and we can subtract. Is it 3?
Yeah, it's 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just attack again and subtract 3 from the piercing.
Okay. And
That hits. It meets.
And another Reaper mark. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
another
7.
7.
7, so 28 points of damage. I think that actually killed it.
Yes.
Sick.
All right.
That is 1 over its health point. So yeah. How do you want to kill it?
so yeah, like again, so her first swipe was to get the hook out of her, then she kicks it back, and then she pretty much kind of arcs her body in a way where it cuts across with her right hand across his chest, and then she spins again, and then she swipes with an X formation from the opposite side of its body, and then with their last offhand mark, she just basically wipes at the head, just silencing the creature in front of her.
It screams and gurgles as you strike at it, trying to like retaliate with its claws, and you just have none of it. Dancing nimbly amongst its claws, striking back, opening cuts amidst the defenses in its armor before you finally just coup de grace.
With that, she just steps over it, just disregarding it, and just like moving her way in the direction.
Well, combat's not over, so if you're using your movement, you can.
Yeah, so she's basically stepping over the dead creature and going 5, 10, 15. I don't know if there's a wall there, but she'll go right here for now.
Yep. Marani.
Okay, who's hurt right now?
Oh, I
Me.
don't know.
I'd say
okay.
Barnacle.
Everyone but Barnacle and Ambrose.
Okay. All right, let's do this.
It's if I may, I think talking is a free-ish action. But then again, I don't know. Oh no, you definitely were. You were in the spell. So, were you aware of the guy that's over there? Sorry, I'm meta.
Am I?
If you have dark vision, you can see him like kind of as a.
I do not, so I do
He's
not, so
out
I
of range
can't.
here.
So
You know someone casts a spell at you, you don't know who or where.
okay, that's fine. So assuming that I can't see this guy, I'm going to use my bonus action to pop into the chalice form of my starry form. I'll link that real quick.
Okay.
So now that that's up, I am going to cast Healing Spirit. Let me grab that real quick. And I am going to, let me read the verbiage here. So any space within a 5-foot cube, whenever a creature you see moves into the spirit space for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, you can cause the spirit to restore 1d6 hit points. So I am going to drop it right on top of Zidane, since Evian's already had her turn.
Okay.
Wait, what is a 5-foot square? Or wait, a cube?
That's a single square.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a single person, so I'm dropping it right on top of Zidane. So Zidane heals for 9.
Oh, I did my spell wrong then. Oops.
And then also, my chalice form gives me, whenever I cast a spell that restores hit points. Me or another creature within 30 feet of me regains hit points equal to 1d8 plus half my level. So I am going to give my extra healing. I'll be nice and I'll throw it to Evian.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
And Evian will heal for 11.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. That makes me not that injured anymore.
Okay, and this is still difficult terrain?
Yes.
Okay, so seeing that all of these baddies are dead, I'm going to try to push forward as much as I can to see what I see up this way. So I'm going to move 5, 10, 15. I'll just use 20 feet of movement to get myself right there.
Okay. And as you step closer and illuminate, you notice especially when you brought into light, a mottled grayish looking dwarf of odd clothing. He seems to be draped in the robes covered in vines and moss. In fact, if you wasn't illuminated by light and the fact that he wasn't breathing and moving, you could have sworn he was a stalactite. Or stalagmite. And he looks at you with as you bring this light closer, he kind of hisses a bit. And yeah, kind of covering his eyes a bit, like shielding himself from the light.
Can I talk to him?
You can try saying something to him. You've kind of used your action and everything else, so I would say you get kind of a phrase. But not a whole lot of conversation, I guess, on your turn.
No, that's fine. I'll just, seeing him, I'll just shout in his direction. We have no desire to fight. Please let us resolve this amicably.
Okay. So then,
Yes.
Marani shouts this to this figure. It looks hesitantly amongst everyone. He's got his staff, like a crude staff, kind of outstretched at this point, but he seems to be kind of wavering. He's looking around everyone like very, very nervous looking.
Okay. Difficult terrain is twice as much movement, right?
Yes.
That'd be 10, 20, then 10, 20,
This is 30. This would be 30 right there.
and
Yep.
that'd be 30. Damn. Trying to think. So I imagine that whatever he used to shatter the earth, is the damage would be like rocks and whatnot from
Yeah.
the. Okay.
It seems like he basically caused the entirety of the earth beneath you to just explode.
10, 20, 25, 30. So Zidane's just gonna stumble over the creature.
And as you stumble, he's definitely going to sit there. He kind of like points his staff at you. Stay back.
Zidane is holding his side, speared by a couple of the rocks. He's gonna look back at the creatures, look back at the fellow here, and damn, is there something? I kind of want to show. Yeah, I'll do that. So Zidane's just gonna put his hands out and then also lay his halberd down on the floor. And he's going to take his medallion and then show it. And speaking in common, we mean no harm. We're just trying to find the cause of a curse affecting Dunmorok.
He looks about you, his eyes kind of growing a bit wide as he's pointing. He's like almost like moving his staff between each one of you, shaking a little bit as he goes. It's just like, it's, you don't want anything to do with that. I can.
So
Can't help anyone anymore. No.
Zidane would look at him, and he probably looks pretty hurt after the shadow reflect casts his own spell on him, right?
Yeah, he definitely is battered a bit. You can see some blood trickling from the side of his face.
Okay, Zidane would follow up with, "It seems that you're injured. I can attempt to heal that for you."
Just,
Serious.
I'm fine. I don't need your help. Who are you all?
Can any of us speak at this point, or?
Yeah, we'll say for the moment, immediate time being, he's definitely on edge, but he's not actively attacking anymore.
Okay.
Friend, we're friends of Dunmorok.
Dunmorok has no friends.
That's fair.
We're people stuck in Dunmorok that are trying to solve the problems of Dunmorok and then hoping to gain our freedom.
Question.
Sense.
Where were you centuries ago when Dunmorok needed help then? Where were you when the kingdom fell? Where were you when the curse struck?
Well, I was born about 25 years ago, so I would have a difficult time answering that.
Andros will step forward. I can't speak for what the rest of the kingdoms did when the curse came about, but we're here now.
No.
So you either can take our hand and help you. Obviously, we appreciate the help dealing with the monsters, but we mean you no harm. We only wish to help. My name is Andros. I am the captain of my crew here.
I'm Zidane. I am a warden.
A warden and a captain. Words, titles, they mean nothing.
Well, what means something to you then? How can we prove ourselves?
He kind of like, again, he's kind of looking amongst all of you. Do, 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 do.
Are there any kinds of roles that we could maybe use to persuade?
Offer well, yeah. If you want to try a roll, tell me what you're going to say and what you're trying. If you're trying to persuade or intimidate, or what are you saying, and what are you trying to accomplish?
Okay. I would like to attempt to persuade again this individual that we mean no harm and go from there. I want
right,
them
well,
to kind of attach.
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion. I mean, before it was like you were kind of in the middle of combat and all that, and it's
Yeah.
So I'll give you the roll. So go ahead and give it a roll and see what he.
So okay, so before I do the roll, I'll say I understand that this was most likely on your doorstep. I apologize for the ruckus, but Honestly, we mean you no harm. We only wish to find out what is going on.
Ooh, yes!
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, as you're saying this, he just kind of mutters to himself, and you hear him chant a quick spell. And as he kind of looks at you again, you notice a bit of a faint magic trailing a bit about his eyes as he looks among each of you. And he stops curiously when he looks at both you and Morani. Kind of looking back and forth, and looks at Morani again. You are also the circle. Fine, fine. This way, come, before they more come. Yeah. He motions you, he turns and motions you, and as he kind of turns, you see him wave his hand, and the structure that's dim and like kind of darkened in this place suddenly starts glowing very dimly with faint light as small crystals embedded in the structure come to life.
Ooh, pretty.
Can I mention something real quick, just as an incidental?
Sure.
Now that we're out of combat, I've still got this healing spirit up, and I can actually move it anywhere I want. So if anybody wants some quick healing while I've still got this active.
Okay. How long can you keep it active for?
They can heal 3 more times.
I can heal 4 more times. I get up to my spellcasting ability modifier +1. Okay. So that is 5 total. So I'm actually going to do that on myself because I'm hurting right now. So
I have 10 HP.
Okay. I'll let you guys go ahead and sort the HP out. I think that's a decent place to call it so that we can get everyone back.
Yeah. So I get 5. Zidan, you want one?
Yes, please.
You get 5. Damn. Anybody else?
I'll take some.
And I imagine at this point out of combat, you kind of all cut the rope or to tie the rope that binds the 4 or 5 of you still together.
We'll bind it or loop it. Coil it up again, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Seven will take her rope back from all of you.
I've got 1 left. Does anybody want it, or I'm going to take it myself?
I wouldn't mind another hit, please.
All right, fine. God bless, man.
Are you able to do that? The chalice thing also still?
Only when she casts.
Just on the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
just the initial. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's how I'm interpreting it anyway. That would be nice, though.
That's the wording of it, and yeah, it's not like Life Cleric where it's anytime you heal somebody.
Understood. Okay, I'm at 20 then.
I'm still hurt. Is there any chance of, like, before we go, just moving on to the next area, is there a chance of a short rest, maybe?
I think
We'll see.
have to pass the
See where
social.
we get to.
It'll basically how your interaction goes with this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do a passive cure wounds for you.
A passive cure wounds?
Like, she approaches you and gives you cure wounds. Puts her hand.
Oh, I mean, I could do that myself, but I mean.
Yeah, let's say we follow him and we can figure out what we'll do for a short rest and extra healing next time.
Yeah, because I want to see how your interaction goes with this guy. I mean, you not rolled the persuasion check, so he's definitely willing to trust you for a bit. I didn't know if he could have been an enemy or he could have been as a social encounter, so he definitely had 2 options. But yes, then we can try and get Absinthos and Zerg and Trans. I know it's kind of funky having a split party down the middle.
You mean Shred and Trans?
Or sorry.
Yeah, you should be sorry to me for almost killing me. That's what you should be sorry.
Nah, that's all good.
Yeah. Good reroll and play Artificer. There we go. Yeah.
We'll hopefully get you guys reconnected at some point here.
Hopefully before 1, 2, possibly 3 or 4 supernatural enemies kill me. Hopefully.
Possibly. You have 2 characters that just want to piss off their god/deity/patron-esque character here.
So, do I get a
Oh,
card
pardon
if
me.
I piss off 9? Do I get the 10th free?
Yeah, you get the 10th free, and at that point, you actually summon an ancient one that you get to piss off. And once you've cleared that, you get the gold value membership where you piss off another deity in someone else's game. And that's where things get spicy. So
Does it
Yeah,
count if they
and-
with a deity in 2 other games?
yes.
And the second disbeliever of this group is torn between the love of 2 goddesses.
See,
And he wants
I just
neither of them.
realized He just has middle child syndrome where he's just lashing out to get attention. That's really what's going on here. But I will say, as a last interaction, I'm going to, as everyone's kind of turns and sees him light everything up, he's gonna he's gonna pop his flask open and then close it shut as he thinks about it, and then he's gonna mentally connect with Barnacle and be like, "Stay out of sight. I want you to scout the place once we've gone inside."
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Okay, boss.
Okay. I wish I could do the voice. Yeah. Your clone will. I mean, it'll obey you, so it'll.
Yeah, he basically just drops down into the water out of sight, and then once we go inside, I'm gonna have him do some scouting because I can.
Okay. We can definitely have that happen.
I just realized Shinari has been in the water behind the group this entire time.
She's just like floating down there. Hello.
Frey's
That's
still
right.
in there
Oh, you
too,
brought
I'm
it down. I thought
assuming.
wait, didn't you? You didn't leave her on the shore? Did she come down?
He
I
came
remember you
with
tied.
us.
I didn't think you tied her to the group, though. Did you?
No, she just kept floating on by.
Can I also, because sorry,
Great
go
part
ahead.
of the group, Shinari in the city.
I was also going to ask because Frey is still a fish right now. Can I get him back up here with me?
Yeah, you
Frey
can
and
also
Shinari
in that
go
same way.
for
You can, oh my gosh, is that the Floofs campaign? Did I just create the Floofs
Frey
campaign with
and
Minari, a
Shinari
fish,
go
and
on an
Water Barnacle?
That's the spinoff series.
They're gonna go fight the rainbow fish
Oh no.
or some other underwater. I'm trying to think of some other children's books that are underwater. The pout fish.
So I'm going to ask the peanut gallery, what am I turning Frey into?
Oh. Underdark.
This is
Underground.
The
this is an
platypus.
important decision.
A giant spider.
Platypus.
Mouse.
Spider.
Yeah, I'd say something underground.
Was it axolotl? The little.
No,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I mean, a spider actually isn't a bad idea. Yeah, okay. Giant face spider.
Mine, I'm
Oh,
not in your group.
okay. Yeah, Faye kind of pops out of the water, flops around a bit, as you focus in and conjure the image of a spider. An astral Fae looking-ish spider. Takes him a little while to kind of get used to the now larger number of legs that he has to deal with.
Oh no.
And just kind of looks up at you with all 8 eyes in a very visible confusion.
YC8.
So yeah, he kind of stumbles behind you in the most drunken spider manner possible as he learns this new form.
Okay.
It's endearing. It can be. It gives us advantage because the guy is like, oh, cute little spirit.
Cute little spirit spider.
Yeah, we will pick up with your guys' interaction with this mysterious dwarf of sorts, and we will pick up as well with Absinthos and Alton
So,
trying to
question.
pose. Yep.
How much health does this guy actually have?
Which guy?
The dwarf.
How much health does the dwarf have? I mean,
Yeah,
you may
I'm just
still get into a
wondering
fight with him.
if he got really, really bad roll when the if he got crit with the bad roll he did to himself.
No, he
If
didn't
were
crit.
killed
He
over.
took the full damage.
Okay.
He wouldn't have died. He's got an okay-ish health pool, but I mean, he is a caster, so his health pool is pretty low.
So he
comparatively.
looks a little bit worse for wear, but not terribly.
Not terribly beaten. He does look a little hurt for sure. but he had. I mean, he's not a normal dwarf either. So
Yeah, got that impression. It's a really interesting piece of art.
yeah, I'm actually kind of like. I was looking for one that fit the description of what I wanted the character to be, and I found one that
Hey, it
actually worked
works.
quite well. So, Spider Frey. It's not no
Spider
ghost
Frey.
spider this time.
Spooky Operation Spooky Rat has turned into Sparkly Spider.
It's Morani's
That's the spin-off
menagerie.
campaign. That's the spin-off campaign. It's Shinari, Frey in various forms, and Spooky Rat.
Along with Barnacle, the water spirit.
No, so Barnacle and often Andros